Podcast, and we are live.
Live.
Live in this game. I forgot it's not TiC Podcast. It's the TiC Live Show.
TiC Live Show.
And
That's
today
what
we
they
got
said.
Pops, Scorch, and me. And Scorch is babysitting, so he will be using his audio features. And we're going to mute my phone. Why are you interrupting, phone? We're in the middle of a show. How dare you? Don't
Yeah.
get to silence your phones like a movie theater show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Pops, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling fantastic, man. I'm Pops from Prince Pops Play. I just got back in town too, so I'm still out of it, but I'm here. I'm here.
And Scorch was just running around doing some cat work. He's the cat
I'm
daddy today.
working.
He's working and podcasting. He double working. And of course, this is Mick Perk. And welcome to the TiC Show. We're going to get this started. Here goes the intro.
Oh man, it feels good to be back. Another episode of the Inner Circle podcast once again.
We're in the building. The TiC Show is live and on the air. And we got to
Live.
talk about some of the air. There's been a lot going on in the last 3 weeks, from Nintendo leaks, from PlayStation Pros to Apex hacks to all kinds of drama, from Halo conventions, from new winners of the
Yeah.
champion trophies. And we
Yeah.
got to get it cracking. So this time, I know we just started the show, but we're going to open up the links to random strangers. Ooh.
Ooh.
Let's see if we can get this.
What?
Yeah.
we doing something crazy now.
I'm about to send a tweet out right now as soon as when I can find the dang on internet. I got like 4 browsers open. I need to get my browser life together. So we're going to send out the joint broadcast. And if you want to talk on the broadcast, this is not the link. We're gonna share out the different links. So if you want to come join and have a conversation and you got a comment, come and make it happen. But we're gonna start this conversation with the team and let them know how they've been feeling. Pop's been at the Halo convention, and he got a lot of new juicy details for us. So what's
I do.
cracking?
I do. I guess I kind of do. I mean, like,
Pops ain't got no details for us, y'all.
I mean, we so random with this show. I didn't write down nothing to say, but I'm always ready to say stuff.
Man, you taking pictures with the champions and
Oh, yeah.
What you talking about? Don't
So
tell
as
me
his
you
manager,
ain't got
as his
nothing.
content manager, he took photos with people. He ate food. He met his fans.
Exactly.
There you go.
Talk about I do.
It was an amazing weekend in Arlington, Texas. We flew. I say Dallas a lot because my older son did a comedy show there in Dallas, but Dallas is only like 15 minutes away from Arlington, so you've got to fly into Dallas DFW, Dallas Fort Worth airport to get to Arlington, by the way. So it was HCS Arlington 24, and we got a new champion right now, which is SSG, which is Space Station Gaming, and they had the first non-American player to win a championship. He's from France, Europe, and first European champion of Halo HCS. And it was pretty cool because it was like the weekends like are intense, and I tell people they should go because it's like watching a basketball. If you like gaming, imagine watching basketball, like a basketball event, but gaming. So you're seeing on the big jumbotron people playing, and then you're seeing also like hearing all the big sounds of the game over the jumbo speakers and all that stuff. So it was an amazing weekend. We met a lot of people who know Prince Pops played, and they treated us really, really well there, man. Like, it's funny. I was talking to one of the people who put on the shows, the producers of the shows, and it's funny they spend all that money and all that time to do stuff like even build a whole game, and people talk about it. It's a funny thing, so it's weird. But and they had a new update this week, so they fixed the desync. And how great is that? On they fixed the desync for mostly everybody. It's still like I think getting together. Scorch said is not. I think it is. I think people are just not used to it because they're used to using the desync and don't know it. But it feels a lot better.
What is that?
Scorch, can you explain desync for the people?
Think of it like this: on my machine, I see you get hit, but on your machine, you don't get hit until like 10 seconds after I.
Not 10 seconds, like a second.
Yeah, like a second after.
So is it like latency, or what? Why is it called desync?
It's called because the games aren't synchronized.
Right. That's
so,
interesting.
So think of it like this: if I pull the trigger, that information has to go to the server, and then that server tells the person I hit, "Hey, you've been hit," and there's a delay between there.
Oh, that's interesting. So I didn't think about that. So desync is it's communication between the game servers and the user. That's interesting. So I didn't even know they had a desync issue.
Yeah. So like when you have high ping, that adds to it, but usually they have code to compensate for that.
Wow, that's pretty decent. That's pretty crazy. I didn't even know all that.
So yeah, they fixed some of it. It's actually smoother and it's better, but it's gonna take a second to get it all together. But I mean, I feel the difference. Smoother. Yeah, the game does run smoother.
So you can actually feel the difference in the gameplay.
Yeah.
Yep. So and then we've seen more people on Halo this week, last 2 weeks, than we have in like years probably.
So the player numbers went up because of the news of the gameplay. What they call them improvements. So people want to check the game out again because there's a major update.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was that desync update in the tournament, or was that prior to? Did that happen after the tournament?
Well, on the tournament, it's in LAN, so they're playing like within the LAN. So that's not a big problem with desync on LAN. That was just pretty much online.
So when you're playing on LAN, think of it like you're directly communicating to the other person's computer.
So the game itself still support local area network? I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah. It's always done that. It actually does. It's just it's not a lot of people who do it when you can do multiplayer online.
Is that a special configuration or is that something in the game software?
It's within the game actually, because I actually was there and they had a LAN set up for people who weren't playing with the tournament outside, and I played a couple in games, and it's really, really tight. It almost like, I don't know if it was because of the new update, because that was the first time I actually played at LAN at the event, and it actually felt really, really good. So when I got back, it was even better. So
I think what you were playing was playing on fiber or whatnot, like really good internet speeds. So
it could have been. They had them hooked up next to the one, like it was one table next to the other table, and you can find them through there somehow. Like I didn't.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, you didn't do matchmaking? You
no.
Against somebody?
Yeah, it was like the four setups against another 4 setups. So it was.
Yeah. So basically, you were connected to a lobby.
But it's same. Yeah. But it felt really, really good, and I'm really interested in the new setup and the new season and stuff like that. It feels really, really good. Like, as a person who plays with some people who are semi-pro and then some people are pro, and I'm neither, and I came from the first games, I really like the new feeling of the new update and stuff like that. Speaking of, everybody that's watching this, the dynamics that we have with this channel, like I'm a Gen Xer, Perk is a millennial, and then
pointing the wrong way.
Scorch is Gen Z.
I don't know. Just don't associate me with them.
He don't like.
He ain't associate with him. He said he is his own man. He ain't dark.
Strong and independent.
He just became scorched, no longer dark.
Right.
So that's crazy. So the gameplay mechanics updated, new champion. How did those Halo weapons feel?
They feel.
So he took a photo with a needler, a sniper, and what was the other item? Was it a sledgehammer?
No, Trey had a flag.
He had a flag.
About the first picture. He talking about the first picture that he saw that Pete Monet put up, and it was. Let me see if I can get a good photo of it onto this. I don't know how it's gonna look, but you guys can tell me how does it look when I actually.
I could go directly to the Instagram. It don't look good, but I see the guns. Look at Pops with the sniper. Note to file: Pops ain't no great sniper.
Bro, did you not see me stream yesterday?
But in this photo, he looking like a Hollywood movie. Bro. He looking like the official sniper, like he an elite,
bro.
This dude think he a Covenant sniper. Let's check out the chat. Let's check the chat out. We got some people in the chat. Gen Z gang. Said Intra, Bandit feel good. So trading more. Yeah. Let's see what's going on they added some updates to here where I could Pops is a code sniper. Oh, this dude said you code. Oh, you got you a fan. He said you code.
Get off me.
Said you code sniper.
Yeah, thank you, Ninja. I appreciate that. Like I'm getting way better with the sniper.
Pops ain't code. Pops is just
Ninja one of those good players, and he let me snipe, so that means he trusts me with the sniper. Like that made me feel good.
I'm taking Pop's sniper, and I suck at sniping. I'm just not giving it to him. He need to go out and learn how to throw some grenades.
We don't even talk about the Pops nades ain't even a thing no more, man.
Whatever. Pops nades are always the thing.
Slick on everything.
You should make a T-shirt with your face on it on a grenade. Stick it to the bodies of your teammate and the enemy.
Oh wow.
I'm just out here trolling, you know what I'm saying? What's this guy? Man. Damn, it's funny, man. Man. Woo.
So, it was a really, really good weekend. I suggest that anybody gets a chance to go to one. I think one's coming up in Atlanta, one's coming up in Utah, one's coming up in Seattle, and then there's one in London as well. I mean, if you like gaming,
in Florida.
It is?
Yeah, it's a small one. I'm going to it in May. I'm going to be competing in that one, hopefully.
Ooh, look at Scorch. You got to compete.
It's just a pickup squad for fun.
But are these all 343 sponsored events?
All of them except the one in Florida, I believe. I think it's sponsored in the fact that like they know the people, and it's like
it's not part of the Halo Championship Series. That's a whole.
Yeah.
That's like the playoffs. So what Scorch is going to is maybe college level or semi-pro level. So the HCS stuff is.
Yeah. I mean, the pro ones are open brackets, so anybody can go compete and get into pool play and try to win the tournament.
Yeah.
And that one, if you win, lose, or whatever, you get points that help you for the next tournament or whatnot. The one that I'm going to doesn't.
Okay. So, are you qualified to actually go pro on? Are you like to go to compete professionally or not yet?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Well, he says
because
that. Go ahead, Score. Sorry.
I haven't made top 8 or top 16.
Okay. So is that because you don't got the time to actually put into that, or what's up with that?
No, I just don't have a team. And I live in California, which means I'm at a disadvantage.
Why then? I mean, you mean to tell me there ain't no good California Halo players around you? California got a lot
I'm
of
saying I have a ping of 87 every time I play. So
there ain't no Azure server for you?
Nope.
Oh, that's terrible. 343. Why y'all ain't got no California servers so he can get a little bit of competitive advantage?
It's funny because people are like, "Oh, you live in California? You must be winning everything." I go, I live in the middle of fucking nowhere in California. There's no server near me.
Wow. Man, so California ain't as hot as it is when it comes to the gaming.
No. Gotta go to
Ma-
Texas or Florida. That's where everyone games.
So we got you a new recruit. He said you got you a new teammate. He wants to be part of the
Yeah, I could play with
squad.
Ninja. Ninja,
Yeah.
you in Florida? You want to go to the Orlando one?
Me, Pops,
I'm
and
down to
Print.
do it.
Yeah.
They have to train me. I'll go though. I probably I wouldn't mind compete. It wouldn't be that hard. Like if I compete with people that I know how to play with, it would be easier than like just random team. But I mean, I would find somebody else and then let Prince Scorch and Ninja do it. I'll coach.
There you go.
Pops don't want to be no pro
Camo in
gamer.
5
He
minutes?
just want to be the cheer man.
Man, I like playing. I think I like playing more. I play more than anybody else actually. So
No, it's time to go pro or not at all. You know how that magazine Game Pro? It's time to be a game pro.
Right.
For real.
Man. So yeah, so you talking about me? We heard you took a big trip recently. How was overseas for you, McPerk? Tell us a little bit about the food, a little about the prices, a little bit about
this is
all
a
that
video.
good stuff.
This is a video game podcast.
That like you can,
and you know that I took some photos of the game and
yeah, that's what I'm saying. What happened with the gaming industry?
So I mean, I'm gonna open up Twitter. Let me share my screen. Where is it? Where is my Twitter? I actually just retweeted it on our channel.
Nice.
I am, man.
He's still jet lag a week later.
No. I don't really know how to
That's
use
funny.
Twitter. Like I'm not the Twitter guy, so it's sort of unfortunate because it's a decent platform. Where is this? Dang, like Windows. Oh, it's Microsoft Edge tab. Why can I not look at? Okay, so okay, here we go. So I'm gonna share my screen. So when I was in the Philippines, they still had the Xbox 360 logo up, but if you look, they got Nintendo Switches inside of the cabinet. I was so appalled with the marketing over there. Like, how dare you do this? How dare you do this? Like, who does? I was like, I tweeted. I said, I don't have a relationship with Phil Spencer like Wood did, but I tweeted Phil Spencer because I was appalled. I said, hey, Phil, hey, Xbox, we can't have this going on, team. Y'all need to hire me to fix y'all foreign stores marketing. Toys R Us got Nintendo Switches I said, Toys R Us got Nintendo Switches inside of the Xbox 360 box, and they got Xbox 360 controllers under the PlayStation brand. TiC Games Network.
Look at that. In the gaming store in Asia.
Can you hear the audio?
No, I don't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it? Okay. So I did a little video. So
anything. No, I'm kidding.
yeah. So they got like cards, like Pokemon cards under the Xbox One brand. Like, what? Oh no, like, and meanwhile, when you walk on the PlayStation aisle, even though the logo says PS4, everything was organized correctly. But they put the Xbox 360, they put the Xbox One controllers inside of the box. I mean, of the PlayStation box. So I was like, it was boo-boo. And I went to another game store and they did the same thing. I'm like, yo, I'm like, ain't nobody walking these stores. This is why Team Xbox ain't getting Asia market, because we not in display correctly. Like, I was feeling some type of way, like, man. And I I'm not the guy that like to tweet. Like, I got to get my Twitter game on. Sorry, Twitter people. I'm just not familiar with the platform. I'm trying. But yeah, so I sent the Twitter out there and I put a tweet out under the McPerk page. I didn't put it under our page, but yeah, it was hilarious to me. But yeah, the one thing I noticed with the gaming over there is that they're still a physical market because of internet download speeds.
Right.
So I noticed that I seen games that you normally won't see on the shelves. Which I'm like, wow, this game been out of print for a minute, but it's hard to find. So yeah, so they need complete games on their shelves. Like they can't have that massive DLC on their console. So, I think that's very important. I mean, figures if you do own a console in the Philippines, you should be able to download, but internet speeds are not fast. Y'all talking about y'all latency over there. I can only imagine playing Halo over there.
Right. That's what we were talking about in the last podcast, the downloads and stuff.
Yeah,
like
but over there is definitely a physical market because of internet speeds. They don't have the infrastructure to be really downloading massive updates and massive gigs of data like that. I think the fastest internet speed was like 600 megabits a second, and I was like, ugh. Like
I don't even get that.
Oh wow,
I mean, that's kind of average fast, bro. It's kind of average fast around.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. We coming in a different world. But the thing that was weird is that they got fiber connections directly to their house for 600 megabits. That's not normal.
Yeah, I don't have fiber. I don't even technically have an internet provider.
Yeah, so they have fiber directly tied into their house, like directly in the house, but their fastest speed is 600 megabytes. Think about that. Meanwhile, we know what fiber can push through out. So something ain't right with their internet speed. And I was like, man, this internet speed ain't that cool, man. Right. So I was watching what's that dude named Nobody stream. I popped into Nobody. I watched him do Call of Duty. I had to go in and troll Nobody for a minute just to shout out Nobody. And he was like, so I watched some of his streams while I was over there, and yeah, it was all cool, man. So, that was about it. I didn't see much gaming going on. I mean, I wasn't in the... Oh, I seen something that was crazy. So in the Airbnb that I was staying at, they had the nerve. They had a game room, right? So I'm like, let me check the game room out. Inside the game room, the console of choice was Nintendo Wii.
Oh, wow. I mean...
That's a throwback.
Yeah, I mean,
the systems was clean. They were white, and they had no gloss. The gloss was on that joint. They had the black model all through that joint. I was like, but yeah, I'm in the Philippines, so yeah, a Nintendo Wii is doable, but I'm not trying to play Wii bowling, and I'm not trying to play Wii bowling in 2024. I'm just not. I'm done. I've been over the Wii for a while, but I see it's a fun system to have in your apartment's game room. But I want to play a little bit something more hardcore to my liking.
Maybe because it's more physical. Maybe, because people get up and move, and that's, they're about that. Maybe.
As well as it's a physical medium. And it's and as well as it's cheap. It's cheaper now because you can probably get games for it. I mean, the thing about the Philippines, when I noticed is that they're heavily mobile gaming. They play a lot of Mobile Legends. Like they don't not even. I don't think Mobile Legends is a gacha game. Like
no, it's not. It's League of Legends.
Yeah, they play Mobile Legends like that's their Halo. That's their what's that other game? That's their Dota. Like those, they be on those Android phones. Like they playing Mobile Legends hard over there. They like Call of Duty mobile, and they play League of Legends. No, not League of Legends. Mobile Dota. Legends hard. Yeah, Mobile Legends. That's what they play. Dota ain't available on the Android phone. So I realized, I asked why people playing these games, and so you got to think this country then skipped all these video game generations. So they didn't have even the lower income people. They didn't get a chance to play with all the systems we play because they're too expensive. So by them getting a cheap Android phone, it's bringing the world of gaming to that particular market. And so Android is the dominating phone over there. And so they're playing Call of Duty Mobile hardcore on cheap Android phones, and they playing this Mobile Legends. So those games are like people's first games type. Like that's their game. Like That's like their first Call of Duty versus how we had Modern Warfare 2 and 3. They haven't experienced that. So that Call of Duty Mobile is their go-to game. So it's pretty interesting to see the gaming market in the technology sector starting to develop over there. It's definitely underdeveloped, but I can see the mobile gaming market is definitely a boom over there, and maybe cloud gaming could do something over there, but I think the internet's still too slow. Like their 5G ain't really that fast to be pushing that speed. But I think eventually, I think some of those other, I think Game Pass and some of those services would do extremely well over there, especially once the internet speeds get up to date, because they're going to completely skip the console generations. They're not going to get involved in any of this PS6 and Xbox Brooklyn, and they're not going to ever get to that. So I think Game Pass, once they can figure out how to get that internet speed over there, I think those developing countries are going to be I think the developing countries are going to really be cloud gaming countries, because it's going to bring that high quality game to that demographic of market. So it's
They're going to be
interesting
able to play Apex online.
Hey, I don't know about this Apex stuff. Let's read about this Apex. I heard about the Apex now. 12 hours ago, Apex Legends hacker said the tournament gamers were for fun. Hacker said he hacked tournament games for fun. Man, that's that Apex drama, man. Like, bruh. Hey, Scorch, man,
you want to weigh in on that, Scorch?
Weigh as in what?
Like talk about the what happened with the Apex.
So what happened?
What you heard
is it really took off when a known, I guess you could say, hacker hacked two pro players mid tournament and gave them auto aim and whatnot. That's when the buzz really started.
Yeah.
But apparently this guy known as Mr. Destroyer 2009, he was going to like certain pro players and being like, yeah, here's like 1,000 gifted Apex packs, and I'm gonna spawn in a bunch of zombies for you and whatnot. That's when it really started becoming popular, was when they gave him the mods during in the tournament.
Is Scorch lagging for you?
Yeah. Scorch, you lagging a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm reading the reports too. It says they said that, I'm reading on The Verge. They said that they said the Apex Legends hacking response with a layer update. So they don't know where the exploit's being at. Or they two accounts have been Epic Online Services and Easy Anti-Cheat have post messages. We are confident that there is no RC vulnerability or RC. Oh, he said it's probably my mom. Oh, my bad. That's what happens when you read it late Tuesday night. So yeah, this dude, Mr. Destroyer 2009, and some dude named R4 Done begins spamming chat. So I don't know, like these hackers just enjoy doing what they do, man. Like they be doing the most.
Right. Yes, and I mean it's always been that out here, and then like as each generation does more and more, they want to outdo other people and stuff like that. So that's just like the game, and the people who make the games, they got to step up a little bit more and get better hackers.
I mean, the thing about cheating, look, let me tell y'all. Now let me do a rant real quick.
Wow, that's mean.
I'm the definition of a cheater. I should change my name to Mr. Game Shark as a hacker. Cause I was a Game Shark customer. Man, I love Game Shark. Interact. Man, I used to cheat on Tony Hawk Pro Skater on PS2. One trick, 1,000,000 points, make you lag. I used to even cheat on Madden. Like I was like cheating on Madden with my Game Shark codes loaded. You hit that touchdown, 99 points, make them quit. I'm the reason why they created anti-cheat. Because I'm the definition of cheating. Look, I used to play Phantasy Star Online on Dreamcast, the first one, and you have to have a Game Shark to be protected from the other hackers. They used to do this thing called player kill, PK. The dude would kill you in the lobby and steal all your items. So you had to cheat to enjoy the game. Cheating is a part of gaming. They don't even put cheat codes in gaming anymore. So how you gonna put debug mode and cheat codes, and then when Interact and the Game Shark boys and the Game Genie boys, they gave me the power to beat Super Contra. Cheating has always been here, and I'm so sad that we don't have any cheating devices anymore. I wish I had a Game Shark for the PS5. I wish I had a Game Shark for the Nintendo Switch. For real. But all right, I'm done. But cheating has always been in the gaming industry. Like, it's just some. I think the cheaters have gotten more sophisticated over time. Like it's not even a different way. They're using real hacking tools versus the hacking tools you were able to buy on the consoles as a consumer. These people are using your IP addresses and they're using malware. They're doing all kinds of things to cheat now because anti-cheat software gives them the motivation to try to break it. Like, right. I think anti-cheat software, like, there's a company called there's an anti-cheat software that slows down people frame rates. They complain about it all the time when they use this anti-cheat software to keep the game from anti-crack piracy and stuff, like, but it messes with the game performance. And a lot of people hate this. I don't know the name of the software, but I think the cheating and the cracking scene and the hacking scene, it's strange because you need them. You need them to be able to make the games better at the same time. Like, these people,
they hire people to test the games for that. So you gotta.
So
when
games are in QA, there ain't no hackers pushing that game to the limit. So when you do QA, you're mostly checking, does this door work as I intended it to work? If I hit E, does it open? Mm-hmm. Usually your IT department handles can they get in from here in the game or whatever. And usually when hackers get into a game, it's mostly because they're bored, right? Mm-hmm. Like, that's really why they do it. Sometimes it's like to actually cause harm. Mm-hmm. Majority of the time, it's like they're fucking bored and it's like, it'd be funny if I go troll to some people, right?
Yeah, no, the trolls find it funny. We know a troll.
The thing is, though, too, is like cheating is almost a part of the game for some people. Like that becomes a part of the game. That was always the big beef between PC and console players. Like, console players never really wanted to play with PC players because PC cheaters. Yeah, they still don't. PC cheaters they cheat on a whole nother level. On a console,
I can't play MCC because of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because because they can do things like, remember when on Halo 2 when you had the standby modem, like
standby modem, like super
they
jumps, all this stuff. Super jumps different.
Super jumps were glitches, but these people used to press the standby button on the modem, kill you, press unstandby, and your body just dropped. But and in your era, the 360 era, they used to do J tagging where they didn't figure out how to solder. They didn't figure out how to solder components to the 360 to inject code into the console game. So as the generate, and this is why Game Shark should exist, because look, this is what happened when they killed Game Shark. All they did is let people make their own tools. This is where people made the Rapid controller. They created modded controllers. They then created their own mouse and keyboard hacks. They didn't got rid of the company that created hacking tools, and now the hobby is like, we ain't got no Game Shark. We gonna make our own, and we gonna just be disruptive as possible.
That's their outlet. It is true. It's like, I guess when you get into the like arena gaming and stuff like that, and try to play with other people and matchmaking and all that stuff. What I was gonna say, you want to play a game that you're not like worried about hackers and stuff like that, but you really just you just want to play that way. But they are there, they exist there. Be nice. They supposed to have done some sort of anti-cheat with Halo recently, so I'm excited about that. I don't know what it is exactly, but I didn't know how much cheating it was there, but I know it was cheating there. So I'm glad that whatever they're doing to make it better. Like I get it. Like I play games. Halo 2 we had the super jump, but that was a glitch. And then I saw a lot of stuff. I mean, like on the first Super Mario, when you get the 100 turtle freeze, they used to call it.
That wasn't a glitch. That was programmed in by the developers on purpose.
Maybe.
No. I just watched the documentary. They programmed that on purpose, and it was no.
I think
no. The programmers confirmed that they programmed that in.
The way that worked, it like so. You could jump on a succession of turtles, and you could get freeze on a succession of turtles. But on the, coming down the stair, you jump and you just jumping and you hitting it. And so it's like that. I could see them. I could see them knowing that it was there, but I don't see that they programmed. That don't make sense for them to program it in there. But they can say what they want. Like everybody always say, I knew that was going to be that after it happens. But I like the way it was. I don't know how it was figured out. But when I saw it, when you see what it is, it's really not something that you would want to program.
So they programmed that in. So they programmed that in according to the reports because they wanted to sell you Nintendo Power cheats. That was something they sold you on a 1-900 number.
Probably. I mean, I could see them. Like what I'm saying is, the way it's in there, they may have left it in, but I don't think they programmed it in.
No, they programmed that in to sell you that. That's where that information comes from the 1-900 number. That's profitable.
I mean, it is. That's what that's how it is. It's like selling the Game Shark. Like this Game Shark.
Well, Game Shark is different. Because Game Shark is a hacking tool, and it does things that the game is not supposed to do by the because you're re-engineering the game. They engineered that in there, and they said it was supposed to be difficult to find, but at the same time, they sold it on a 1-900 number.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like back in the day when you go to the arcade, and I played Mortal Kombat at they had the arcade game at HCS, and I was playing and Prince was like, "You don't know what you're doing." Is like Trey like, "Yeah, he do." And I was playing like Mortal Kombat, and so I remember going to the arcade and like they didn't give you the finishes and not the fatalities and all that stuff. Somebody had to know it. It was kind of leaked and stuff like that.
It was one of those things. In order to get the fatalities, there was two things you had to do. Either you had to buy a magazine where the developers, what they did is, this is what they did. The developers knew all the fatalities, and they will spread, they'll put their game on the book. And then they'll talk about the fatalities and give them to you over a period of time. Second, you got to remember, if you wanted the fatalities, call 1-900 Mortal Kombat.
Right.
You want to mute. We gonna tell you this secret fatality. So I used to call the 1-900 numbers. My mama gave me a whooping. Oh yeah, my mom whooped my butt because I called the 1-900 numbers. I called the Sega one. 1965-917, sign 2-4126. I called. We talk about cheating. I called the cheat. I called the 1-900 number just to get some cheat codes. You know what I'm saying? They used to sell. They used to cheat. It is a part of the business, man.
They do get you, man. It is. It's
How you gonna sell people cheats? You know dang well I ain't got no job. My mama ain't got no money, but you let me build a phone. Like I didn't have to get no credit card, nothing. Just press this button and just stay on the phone with me and just let it run the phone bill up and hang up after you get the code. 1-900 gaming, bro. I think I called 1-900 2 times. I called Sega, and I think I called. I wanted some cheat codes for Madden. There was no cheat codes for Madden. Oh, Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2. The code is back down, back forward, down forward, back forward, forward, and you go down to the menu. I called that number. And I remember writing down little arrows. Once again, why are you programming secret menus in here? Because y'all was making money. Cheating is a part of the business, man.
I mean,
right,
no. When you talk, that's the weird part about it. It's the gaming and the business, and that's what you notice at the big events like that. You got a lot of people like the players, i.e., to play the gamers, they're complaining about what these people are spending thousands of hours building for them and stuff like that. It's an interest because you got the game side and you got the business side. Like I enjoy both sides because I'm a businessman and I'm a gamer, so I kind of sit in between both. So and I understand it all. I rant, with the gamers.
Let's look at it like this now. Hold on, before I let you continue. How much? Oh man, I got Scorch muted. He ain't even let him talk. Oh my bad, Scorch.
No. I got. There's communication going on.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So think about it like this: we ain't gotta put cheat codes in the game because now you can pay for a DLC pack, and it's gonna cost you $4.99. You can pay to win your own games on the marketplace. We sell cheat codes as a DLC power up now.
It's crazy.
That's still like, dude. I think I bought Tales of Arise, right? And I bought Tales of Arise, and inside the game they sell skip to level 25 pack.
Oh, right.
They're selling you cheat codes.
Because
they're selling cheat codes.
They started with y'all.
Why?
Because the than cheating in a live game that's multiplayer and whatnot.
The millennials wanted it easier. I'm telling you.
No, how you gonna say the millennials want it easier? Boy, I played Ninja Gaiden. I played Super Contra. Come on. What you talking about? I played Shinobi. Man, what you talking about? I played Golden Axe. What you talking about? I played Streets of Rage on 6-pack. What you talking about? I played Sonic the Hedgehog.
As I said it before, I spent 2 weeks on one part of freaking Resident Evil 1. And then next thing I know, they tell you
Resident Evil 1 is still my era. You talk about millennials. Resident Evil came out in 1996 or 7.
Yeah, but you weren't playing that. You weren't playing. You was too young for that.
Dude, let me tell. No. I had Resident Evil 2 and the Claire disc, and matter of fact, it was on PlayStation 2. There's disc 2. Is disc 2 Claire's disc 2? Leon's disc 1. And let me tell you, it was not easy. And let me tell you how I made it easy. I used the Game Shark. Infinite Rockets, boy. Infinite Rockets.
See, there you go. Y'all had it easy.
I made it easy. Made it easy.
With a cheat code. With a Game Shark.
Hey, it is what it is. Infinite Rockets, baby. I was going through with Claire. Boom. Just destroying everything.
The first code I remember was the Capcom code on Contra. So that was my era. So I guess it did start even before yours because that get 30 lives instead of 3 on Contra.
Cheat codes was
up, down, left, right, BA, start. That was it.
Select start, actually. You forgot it.
It wasn't select start.
It's select start. Look at it. Google it. Also, I just want to say I'm getting in the car and my thing might transfer to the car. It may not. So
the first video games that use cheat codes is 1986, boy. Because some game called Konami Code.
That's the Konami code. That's the
Konami code is select start at the end.
It's select start. Okay.
So Konami in 1986 invented cheating.
No, it's not. Hold on. It's not.
First cheat code. First cheat code in video games. That's what I
No,
typed. What was the first?
It's I can't see that. There it is. It's BABA start. There was no select start, bro. Like I remember.
Oh, there wasn't. Oh, okay.
No. I think they might have put it in there later, but it wasn't.
Hey,
select
so
start.
it says up, down. So it says the famous
up,
Konami
down. Yep. Up, down,
right,
down, left,
BA start.
Yep.
It's A start.
Yep. BA start. Yeah. BA.
So let's be real. Let's be real. Yo generation, boy, created cheat codes. Y'all the cheaters. We just picked up on what y'all started. How about that? How about that? Blame Konami. Metal Gear Solid Snakes, 1986. Konami invented the cheat code.
Hey, we can go back. The caveman invented it.
Yeah, 1980s, bro.
The caveman created the cheat code.
What is the first cheat code? The first cheat code, although distinguished, the first cheat code was developed in a game called Manic Miner in 1983. The cheat code is known as 6031769 code, was based on developer Matthew Smith's driver license number. Matthew Smith is a cheater, and it was 1983, boy. What you talking about?
Who started this? That should be a post for this podcast. Who started the cheating era of the game?
Y'all did, boy.
What do you mean?
I'm just looking at the brief history of cheating. Now, since we want to talk about hackers, we got to talk about them. Why did the developers program cheat codes in the game? Because they wanted to go to the damn convention looking sweet when they were showcasing their games, because they know damn well they weren't dope playing their own products. So they go to the products with infinite codes. There's probably secret codes that exist that we never discovered. We need a whole new team of cheaters to investigate hidden cheats we might have missed.
Right.
That's like a show for real.
That's so funny, man, that we have that to deal with all these years, man. And it's like the same thing, like with anything in life, like every generation tries to outdo the last, whether it's good or bad, man. Like it's weird, you know. So
but the issue is that they don't program cheat codes in the game, they try to sell them to you. So I think with the way the game market is right now, it's just like, yo, bro, let's hack the games, because they don't give us, like, even GTA, I think the code was L2R2 around the D-pad, unlimited weapons. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. GTA 3 and Vice City, that was the code. And then then they did the cell phone codes in Grand Theft Auto 5. I know Rockstar still put cheat codes in their game, but of course, that's just becoming a thing in the past because everything's a live service product. So they don't want no cheat codes in games no more. But
well, the GTA cheat codes were mostly in the campaign, not online.
Exactly, but it's still the principle. Cheat codes have always existed, but you know, the real cheaters want to take it to the next level. We gotta win. Like think about it like this: like people who play MMOs, all that gold farming and all that other stuff, and they got those people that sell in-game currency. That's a form of cheating. People be like, yo, I ain't got time to try to get that armor. Let me pay this gold farmer to get me some gold so I can buy from the auction house. It's still cheating. Like
it is interesting when you talk about it like that, because it's like we're like, you know, I always use the analogy of playing a game. Like if you put a game in, like if you spend your $75 on the game, you start it up or downloaded it, whatever, and you put it in, and it's like, oh, you won, you got everything. Like, what's the fun in that? And people I think they'll go back and realize that, you know, overall the fun is those people that want to do the stuff really fast. These hackers that use walls and all that stuff. They don't play long term. They're not
so let me inject on real quick. So people, you gotta remember, speed running is all about breaking the game.
I know what speed. Yeah, I know that. But speed running
is cheating.
like
it's a form of cheating.
Right. But it's only for people like speed run was it's still started with the generation before, like my generation with
Granted,
like who can do it.
Granted, but the truth is speed running is still a form of cheating.
I mean, not the original speed run.
I mean, if you found the glitch,
so that's not as considered to me a speed run.
But in the speed running,
and I've seen that like because it started with like the first speed run I saw that used the glitch was I want to say Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
glitches
is part of the speed run sport.
And now it is, but
it always has been. It doesn't matter what it takes as long as you don't use any cheating device. And you use what's in the game, it counts. Like if you walk through a wall and like that Mario one where they go up, like in your day, in your day, they had that one
Mario. That was built in the game though. That wasn't a speed. That was a hidden secret. That's different. But hidden secret was a different.
But these people have found no, but not the warp one. We're talking about the one that walked through the game that ended. The same thing with the Zelda Ocarina, the Zelda Link to the Past glitch, where you just walk to the top and you just jump through. You could beat the game in 30 seconds, and that's a speed run.
That's not a speed run. That's
I'm not the speed running
YouTube channel or something like
no,
that.
They got a real speed.
Like a real speed run back in my day was who can beat the game the fastest the right way.
It's still the same thing as even with glitches. It's still the same.
It wasn't a glitch.
You ever watched the Mario 64 speed run?
I've seen them. They go through the walls.
Those boys be going crazy.
They turn around and jump backwards, flip into the next world. Like I've seen it, man. Like that's not a speed run.
That's speed running, bro.
That's that new age term. Speed.
Once again, that's a form of cheating.
Sport. That's what I'm saying.
That's a whole other world.
That's steroids right there.
People look for issues to get a competitive advantage in whatever competitive space they can do. So when you look at a speed run and a speed runner see that his record broke, this dude is looking for other broken issues to exploit. To take advantage of the game. That's cheating. These dudes, that's the sport of there's always a cheater in the gaming industry.
Right.
Cheating is a part of the business, man.
I mean, like, I'm the one that always talks about the adversity or the indifference and all that stuff that makes you stronger. So, like, yeah, I mean.
So think about there was in Marvel vs. Capcom, I think there was a Juggernaut glitch. There's two glitches there. Juggernaut had a double charge, which he wasn't supposed to, right? And people used to exploit that. As well as in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, they had infinite air combos. Now, let's think about it like this. If you get caught in the infinite, the one with the cable and he just keep you in the air and you never get to touch the ground again.
Right.
So let's think about this, right? You're that good where you can keep somebody in the air and they never get to press a button, and that's skill and it's cheating. Like that's a glitch.
I mean, what like the spawn camping on like Halo or something like that, or knowing the spawns and keeping them spawning in one place. What you think about that? Same.
Spawning, I think that's a developer error. Because all that's pattern recognition. They ain't doing nothing. If they know the spawn points by heart, then that's the game developer's fault. Like,
if you know the spawn point off the top of your hand and you can predict it every time, that's just you knowing the pattern.
Yeah. Right. I don't think that's cheating at all.
Okay. I'm just curious.
You just picked up on something that nobody else has or probably hasn't.
Yeah, like and people will spawn in different corners at different rates, and if you play something enough, you're going to catch that information.
Right.
But I just think cheating is a sad thing, but it's a beautiful thing at the same time. It helps everybody to get their ish together. Because think about it like this. So Pokemon, right? So Mew, let's talk about secrets and program, right? Mew was programmed in Pokemon Red and Blue. He was programmed in there. Nintendo themselves didn't know he was in the game. Like Nintendo, the company, didn't know there was a secret Pokemon. Like he crammed that in with low memory, right? And there was a certain pattern you had to walk to catch Mew. Now, granted, no one really knew how to catch Mew, but guess what? A player like me, I had a Game Shark. So I was able to get Mew. now, now, I don't know the secret walking pattern to get Mew at the time of this recording because now it's known out there. We didn't have YouTube to catch Mew, like walk up here, skip trainer A, B, C to get Mew. But there was a rumor of this Pokemon on parks in different countries, you know, on the forums back then. But genius marketing because Mew Mew is a very important Pokemon, but you know, a lot of us had to cheat to get them. Now, let's just say this. I bought this product. Should I not be able to enjoy the Mew that's in my product already because it's a special pattern to get it and it was designed to be hidden? Or do I have to spend 20 hours of my life trying to figure out how to get a Mew? What you think?
Should spend the time. I'm a fan of like the old school way of.
No. Mew was designed not to find. It was a sequence of a random walking pattern, right? Like it is very hard to get Mew just playing the game. You have to walk, skip a gym trainer, but it was designed to be a fluke for him to appear in the game.
I think if you find them, you find them. If you don't, you don't. It's like one of those things where it's like,
no, bro, I need to be able to get access to that joint. All right, let's talk about cheating one last time. Now, since we everybody excited for Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto 6, right? But what about the hot coffee mod that was in Grand Theft Auto? The only way to access it was through a Game Shark. What you think about that? There was a part of the game that was shielded off on the disc. And, you know, it was a whole scene. And yes, it made the game rated M for mature. I mean, rated A for adult. And they had to pull it off and reprogram the game and all that stuff. But this feature was in the game and only accessible with a cheating device. Do you think it's right for me to access it, even though it wasn't intent for me to find? What do you feel about that? Because cheaters is the ones that discover the hot coffee mod. What's your opinion? What you think of that?
Well, let's define cheating. Cheating is getting ahead of something or someone, right? Did giving you access to that get you ahead of anything?
No. I'm talking about getting access to the hot coffee mod that was in Grand Theft Auto Vice San Andreas. Right. It was programmed off. It was programmed off on purpose. It was just like an inside corporate joke. And hackers with the Game Shark discovered it, right? Because they were playing with, they were running around the game doing random stuff like modding. Modders to me.
It's not cheap. Well,
what you think?
If you get access to story content that was cut off, it's not really cheating because it's not part of the main game.
But you had to use a cheating device to get access to it.
Right.
What do you think about that?
More of like, that's fine.
Is it really fine? It was intended for nobody to find. Is it really?
Well, the programmers shouldn't have put it in the game to begin with. You don't want me to find it. I found it. Well, right. Put it in.
So what do you think
it's that simple. But I think cheating is more like, do I have an unfair advantage compared to someone else?
That's a form of cheating.
Cutscene of something. Yeah, so like that's what I consider cheating. So you saying, I found something in the game that wasn't meant to be accessed.
But you had to use no. You had to use a cheating device to get access to it. You had to use you had to use a hacking tool to get access to that content. Is it cheating or not cheating? Right.
No, it's not cheating. By my definition, no. You're just modding a game.
So now that you didn't win into my next topic, how do you feel about modding a game that you technically are not able to mod? You don't have the rights to mod it, but mods have modding. The modding community is a form of the cheating community. Do you agree or disagree?
I view modding as more of by my definition of cheating, I view modding as more of a like by myself thing. Like, if I want to make Pikachu 6 feet, I can, and that's not going to affect the game.
So that's the two parts of
else.
it. Is right. It's the two-parter of it. It's like if you're at home, running a campaign, playing yourself, and you're doing whatever to the game, that's one thing. But if you're like competing online against others to hack a game or mod a game for advantage, that gets into that cheating.
But the device is sold as a hacking tool in a cheating device. Now, if me and you made a product, all of us made a product, and these people do something to our product that it wasn't intended to do by reverse engineering it, and that's considered modding, and then they done figured out something to take advantage of, like a glitch that didn't exist because they were playing around with our product, and now they take this glitch online, and now we got to figure out a patch, right? Do you think that's cheating? Like, they discovered a new cheat.
Once it goes online and starts affecting other people's experiences, yes, because that is not the intended end user agreement.
I mean, but the end user agreement says don't touch their product, period. Don't touch they.
Right.
You see how
no, I understand, but is a company going to spend millions to stop everyone?
I mean, some companies do.
It's a money battle at that point.
I mean, like Nintendo just strike down somebody that modded Pikachu in Call of Duty. I don't know if you've seen that.
But Pikachu has different laws, or not Pikachu. Japan has different laws about that.
I mean, but the thing is, Pikachu ain't designed to be in Call of Duty. As a shareholder, do I really want to see a modder use my product in a different game? Or, like, it's a form of cheating to the business people. Do you think or not think?
No. If you could argue you're cheating the company out of money. Yeah.
But that's cheating. So first off, if I sell, let's just say, if I sell free mans on the marketplace, right? And then you come with a hacking tool. I make money off selling free mans on the PlayStation Store or Xbox Store. And then you found the glitch to get unlimited free man. Is it cheating or not cheating?
Scorch. We lose Scorch.
I think we lost Scorch. It's too much cheating going on. He done cheated out his internet connection.
He'll be back. He probably in the dead zone. He was
what cheats have you used in any games, Pops?
I mean, if you want to call the Konami code a cheat, if you want to call the Turtle Free a cheat, I mean, I did those. I mean, in playing games, I mean, in Mortal Kombat, I think it was 3 when they had the different cheats like that you can enter right before the game. That was a part of the game. The glitches in Halo 2, the super jumps, I did that. I didn't use the standby. That was stupid. But the glitches, but that's about stuff like that, I can't think of, and even when we were doing the super jump, I would use it just to go get people, like when we were playing real games, but it was I don't think I'm not saying like a purist of gamer type deal, but I like to play the game the way it's intended to be played, man. I mean, once I beat it, I remember beating Ocarina of Time on Nintendo 64, and once I beat it, and I went back to see what these glitches were about and stuff like that. I think I did that, but I mean, I'm big on hey, Scorch switched over. There he is.
Seamless.
It wasn't super sleep. We lost you for a minute. Like, Scorch?
It connected to the Wi-Fi and it was like, you're out of range, and I was like, he's gone.
No, we lost Scorch. Once I beat a game where it's intended to be beaten, then I'm not gonna play online, man. It's weird, like that unfair cheating advantage online. Like, it's like I'm playing online like even to even. I want to get better because the other people are better at using the game the way it's supposed to, intended to be done. You know, because if we could just go and buy hacks and buy cheat codes and just it's just like then the person with the most money could do whatever, and they really don't care about the game at that point.
So what do you think of hardware mods? Do you think hardware modifications cheating or not cheating?
Like using paddles on the controller? I mean, those
or some people like you remember they used to have the turbo controllers back in the day. Like you press the
turbo button and hit 3 times. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I had one, and then it was like by the time I wasn't even really playing by that time. But then that wasn't online either. So like I can't. It's like to me, it's a different game online, I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, like for instance, like. Some people get special mouses with extra, DPIs and stuff.
Yeah.
Their hardware is designed like not even just true modification hardware. They sell hardware like, for instance, like this Logitech mouse has some settings in here that can give me a competitive advantage in Halo if I find some kind of, let's just say, these 2 buttons do like a reload or something weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just because this mouse is able to execute that. Do you think me having this mouse, and if it gave me a competitive advantage, is this cheating?
No, because it's available to everyone.
Interesting.
That's an interesting take. I feel like it's cheating.
Yeah.
From a PC, that's why I don't like PC gamers. I'm still a hater of them. I don't give a damn about what
you have an advantage because you are considered to be more accurate because you're using keyboard and mouse compared to like a controller player.
I mean, but that's where my problem is. It's still like if you got a mouse and keyboard or you got certain pieces of hardware, even like let's just say, all right,
the Elite controller,
or let's just say somebody gets an 8K screen, right, and then they mod the game on their machine to run the same way, but they have a higher resolution on their particular machine, but they're playing with me and you that's on a base level hardware. I still feel like that's cheating.
That's interesting.
I mean,
that's interesting.
Argue it. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Because they online, but just because, I have a super res swing, and then I downloaded.
I mean, if you're playing on a CRT and he's playing on not a CRT, then he's definitely cheating.
I mean, but that is interesting. When somebody makes them, it's like the new phones. So we had an issue with phones as well. When you got like they'll make a new software for the newest phone, but then they have to make it where it's like at least 3 generations backwards compatible. So the people that got a phone 3 years old won't get mad because the new one is running a new software that you can't run on the old. It's weird. I memean, that's kind of progress when you think about it. And I mean, in a perfect world, everybody would get the new stuff right away all the time, and it's crazy to think about,
They're also not stopping them. There's nothing stopping them from saying like, yeah, if you want the new shit, go buy our new phone.
Right.
There's nothing stopping them from saying that.
So for instance, do you think Xbox Series S's and Xbox Series X players have a different advantage because of the spec bump compared to each other? Now, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like just
played on both?
Mm-hmm.
The game just feels different, but plays the same. So, like, let's use Halo as an example, right? If you play on Series X or S, and you have a monitor that supports a refresh rate of 120, you can play the game at 120 frames, right? And I've played the game at 60 frames before I got my Series X.
Same.
And the differences made was very minimal in terms of like my gameplay.
Right.
It just made the game feel better. Like it doesn't feel sluggish.
Because Pops was playing Infinite on the regular Xbox One at one point in time.
Right.
Why everybody and he was dealing with some struggling.
I mean, for some people, they notice the change of 120 frames versus 30, and to some, it's like I can't play anything that's below 60, right? But for some people, it's like 30 frames doesn't matter. I'm gonna destroy you, right?
Right.
So it's like, how much of it is like, this person's only winning because they're on 120, or how much is
I got a quick question. Sorry for interjecting. Do you think frame rates give players a competitive advantage?
In certain games, yes. In certain games, yes.
So
I mean, yeah.
Because
but that's
the game is running faster and you can see more by a second.
So let's I got a new term, gaming bias is what this is called. There's video game bias going on and we need to address it. Don't be biased to your poor people because
But that how do you do that though? That's a good, because I'm big on progress. I'm go to Disney, ride the carousel of progress, watch how like progress happens throughout the years and stuff like that. And it's like, it's got me thinking about like everything. Like I say, in a perfect world, everybody would have the newest, updated, hardware. But like
we have an issue though now.
We do.
Let's talk about this word, gaming bias. I got to do a TikTok clip. There's bias in the gaming community, and it's biased by frame rates and hardware. And a little commercial. That's a little TikTok post right there.
So I mean, but you think about it, it is all the way around. I mean, like it was a time. Okay, so it was a time that cars couldn't go 40 miles per hour, but you could get a ticket. You could get a ticket for driving that slow on the expressway, and sometimes the expressway is the only way to go, and maybe not a ticket, but you can get a citation maybe. And it's interesting, like you have to go a certain speed now with what you do, it is very interesting.
But let's think about it like this. Right?
I mean, you can't play a new game on a CRT TV.
And that's where my point is that my thing is stop supporting this old hardware and let everybody be the same. Like if they ain't got them, look at it like this, bro. Look at it like this. Look at it like let's look at it like this. When Xbox 360 came out, what did we do? We bought HD TVs. We was like, yo, we ain't getting the full power of our Xbox 360.
But as time progressed, Xbox 360s went from component cables to HDMI.
But the thing is, the output was the same. There was no frame rate difference. It used the same chipset. But they did go to HDMI because the TVs changed, component eventually died.
But what do you do with the people who don't have that?
HDMI was built on not the first gen HD TVs, but Samsung and companies made sure they future-proofed their TVs with HDMI ports on it. We didn't even have Blu-ray drives yet, but there was this new port that we didn't even really know what it was yet. So a lot of the TVs were already future-proof with that port on it. The very, 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 very first HD TVs, which we called rear projections, those TVs didn't have the HDMI port yet. But those rear projection TVs died so quick. When we started buying HD TVs, everybody had HDMI port. So, but my thing is, when it comes to this console changes, we all have standardized hardware. If I play Splatoon 3 on this hardware, everybody got the same experience. Even if I have a Switch. Now the Switch OLED, you got a little bit clarity. But at the end of the day, we have the same experience on a Switch Lite, a Switch, and a Switch. There's 3 systems, but we all getting the exact same experience. I mean, yeah, the thumbs might be a little small on the Switch Lite, but it ain't no frame rate advantage or disadvantage from owning a Switch Lite. So what do you like? I think the companies need.
I think that comes down to like a market thing, right? Like
I think they just need to stop catering to poor people. Poor ass gamers.
So you just want me to not play video games, McCrick? Wow, that's mean.
What did Kanye West say? McPerk does not like poor people.
Wow.
No,
I'm not associated with them. No.
No. Man, gaming is an expensive hobby. If you want to play, you gotta pay. You want me to pay for DLC on your stupid marketplace, but you don't give me consistent hardware. Like next generation, I don't want right now all this frame rate issues that this generation. Last generation, we ain't hear nothing about frame rate. I mean, PS4, we heard a little bit about it, but we're talking about the PS3, Xbox 360. We weren't complaining about frame rates. We was just enjoying the game.
We were complaining about graphics.
I mean, we were to an extent. We were comparing PlayStation 3 and 360, That's about it. We were complaining.
No, and the jump from PS2 to
and we were complaining about, you know, this game runs on this system better, but that's why everybody had 360s, because the games were optimized better. You know what I'm saying? But we complain like, look, PlayStation is coming out with a PlayStation Pro to fix issues with frame rate. So you mean to tell me that we got to have integrated hardware to be able to fix frame rate issues? Like, come on, man, skip that Pro crap and just give us the 6. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just deal with it. Like, hey, we messed up. Make a superior product where I don't have to have a mid-gen upgrade. Why do I have to upgrade the gen? Because I can't. You don't, but you don't. From the console aspect, on the PC side, you know, you could buy a video card and don't have to spend all your money to do it. But on the console side, you got to buy a whole new piece of hardware.
Yeah.
And we talk about all this DLSS v3 and like all this stuff, man. Software, anti-aliasing, like, bro.
All that stuff is done, by the way. Yeah, I think it's all done. Like
it's finally done.
No. Like the bloom and this and that and all the video games have, I think it's done.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like, dude, just give us our product. And like the whole thing with Gotham Knights, right? Like, I didn't play Gotham Knights, but it ran at 30 frames per second on console, 60 frames per second on PC. And the game should have been
a great game,
according to you, not according to the internet. But the thing is like, that's another thing. Why is it that we as like when we played a game on we played
Gotham Knights? Sorry.
Yeah, that game. Yeah, that one.
I was thinking Arkham Asylum.
Oh, Arkham Asylum, different game. So think about it like this. We played a Genesis version of Mortal Kombat, right? The Genesis version and the Super Nintendo version of the games, one had blood and one didn't, right? But they did a code. Yeah, but the product was not the product was sort of the same, but it wasn't the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? You knew you were getting the Genesis version, and the game was built for the Genesis, right? And then if you bought the Super Nintendo version, you knew you were getting a Super Nintendo version, right? So we ain't in that realm of things anymore where we're getting a console watered down version because it's on console versus a PC version. We're getting the same exact games with different resolution and dissolution on different console platforms. What's going on, man? Like,
they didn't hire me.
Gaming bias is what it is.
I want to say hi to people out there in Twitter, Facebook world, Twitch. Everybody's watching and joining in. Thank y'all so much for joining in. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the comments. Let us know where you're viewing in from. Everybody, YouTube, everywhere. Hey, everybody, all the friends, families, and community, everybody out there. Like, it's a lot.
There's 26 people on Twitter watching, but no comments. Say hello. Sorry. We don't bite.
I bite. Wait, what? Who said that?
What?
Who said that?
So the thing about our podcast, for those that just tuned in, we're 3 different generations talking about gaming. I'm Gen X, Vic Perkins that way. He's millennial, and Scorch is down there. He's Gen Z. Is it Gen Z, Scorch?
I don't know. There's either Gen Z, Gen X. Some people say I'm the weird generation that was born a little bit before and after 9/11. Like,
Pops be on that Gen stuff. He's Atari. I'm Genesis. Hey, he's GameCube. Or are you GameCube?
Wow. Yeah, I'm GameCube.
So we give y'all a little take on it from every generation. Like, it's funny to see the different talks. It's like I'm looking at it all and feeling it all, and it feels good to hear all these different thoughts, because like we watched this progress throughout all the years. We were talking about how the game is like games have more cheaters nowadays and stuff like that, and it kind of started back in the old generations at the beginning of gaming. So it's interesting to watch wanting to have progress. And at the same time, how do you move forward and keep everybody together? Like, didn't the phone companies get sued for slowing? Did they really? I mean, were they? I know they said that they were slowing down the phones, but were they really doing that, or they couldn't speed up the old phones or something like that?
No, they slowed the phone down to protect the battery usage over deterioration.
Okay.
So they clocked the phone down from using resources, so it's slowed.
It's not that they're not slowing it down,
right?
They're slowing it down for your own good.
Even with the support for old games, though, man. Like, I mean, I'm surprised Scorch mentioned MCC earlier. I'm surprised people are still playing that online as much.
Backwards compatibility is still a very important subject.
Yeah, I mean that's a good talk.
Like some people look at the PS5, right? The PS5. A lot of people still play PS4 games on the PS5. Like backwards compatibility is, I think it's very
mandatory.
It's definitely a weird
mandatory
situation.
Is a weird word, but yeah,
because if we look at the Wii and the Switch, Nintendo port, but it's still like they ported over Wii U games to the Switch, even though this Wii U didn't do well. It's once again like I think backwards compatibility it's a very tricky subject, man, because like Nintendo definitely didn't care about backwards compatibility for 4 systems. Like the game,
they're like, oh, you want it? Pay us.
Now, when it comes to the Game Boy, Nintendo loved backwards compatibility because we had backwards compatibility from Game Boy all the way to the DS Lite. I think the DS Lite.
The 3DS.
No. The 3DS didn't have a Game Boy slot anymore.
It didn't?
No, they took the Game Boy slot out after the DS Lite. The Game Boy slot disappeared.
Yeah.
No, it became backwards compatible with the DS, the 3DS.
Yeah. So, but we went from when the Game Boy came out, I think 1989. We went from 1989 all the way to like the year 2003. So we went beyond that. I think the DS Lite came out in 2007, 2008.
That was like 6 or 5. So I don't know.
Yeah. So, but you could grab a DS Lite and throw a Game Boy game up in that joint from like the original Tetris, and that boy will fire on. So Nintendo was not playing about backwards compatibility. They wanted you to play the whole catalog on the Game Boy, but console-wise, we didn't worry about Super Nintendo games not compatible with NES games, and we didn't care about 64 games not compatible with Super Nintendo. And we didn't care about GameCube games being compatible. And then we get into the Wii U era. Hey, yo, what about my GameCube games? Oh, it works on your Wii U. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's that progress issue, man. How do you It's crazy. Like I'm sitting here thinking about you got. Would you say you got to let some of the things die? The old things.
You got to let certain things die, man. Unfortunately, look at the okay. A lot of people complain about PS3. Like the PlayStation customer is still crying about emulating PS3 games because there's a whole generation lost because of the sale processor on the PS3, right? So you got a whole bunch of people crying that they cannot play PS3 games on the PS5. You got people still crying that they can't put PS2 games in the PS5. Like Sony don't make no money off the PS2 games that you got in your library, bro. I understand from a preservist and a game historian that, hey, we should be able to enjoy these old games. But at the same time, you're dealing with a complex world with licensing and all this other mess. It would be nice that the 360 games were backwards compatibility with the Xbox One, but it just wasn't that way. We left a whole generation behind. Yes, we got a couple 360 games, but unfortunately, it's just time to let it go because think about it.
It's progress, man. I'm big on progress, and I'm wondering the
thing is, I don't worry about what the CRT TV look like, and I don't worry about what my VHS tapes look like. Exactly. I don't care. And you know what? People bought the same VHS tapes over again on DVD.
Yeah, they did.
Because it had better picture, had better quality. We didn't complain about buying Aladdin on DVD over again when I owned 3 copies on VHS. We didn't complain. But I don't know when it comes to gaming, they're crying about, is the Switch 2 going to be BC? Is it going to be backwards compatible? Is there going like, I think
and listening to you and thinking about it, I think that is just not going to matter. I think we're going to have to move forward on certain. It's weird because you start to balance it out, like people being able to put chips in their bodies to enhance certain things, and is that cheating? And I'm not saying like I know that's kind of away from gaming, but it's all within the same talk of
but backwards compatibility is holding things back too. It stops progress because you cannot focus on putting your all in the best version of what you're creating because you're worried about the past. If I were, let's think about humans. I'm a backwards compatibility. I'm worried about my 7-year-old experience and I can't move forward in my life. Oh, because my dad took a cookie from me and smacked me in the head. Backwards compatibility.
Like somebody's going through old mind.
I'm just saying. I'm using an extreme example. I'm worried about backwards compatibility about old memories. No, man. Like,
I mean, there's a place for it all, though, man. I think
there is.
Maybe.
Go ahead. Sorry. The thing is, like, I ain't worried about Windows Vista. Right. I'm not worried about the games that are playable. I got Halo 2 up there that only plays on Windows Vista. It won't work on this copy. I still have it. I still have a copy of Windows Vista. If I wanted to fire it up, I definitely could make it happen. But we don't complain about backwards compatibility when it comes to computing, when it comes to television upgrade, when it comes to cell phone upgrades. We don't complain about backwards compatibility when we buy new video cards or when they change the AGP slot or the PCI Express slot. We don't worry about backwards compatibility when they change a whole dang on port on the motherboard of a PC. We don't complain about it. But when it comes to console, we always cry in BC.
I think
it's because we enjoy the entertainment. Because we enjoy the entertainment that game brought us, and we'd like to continue enjoying it on the new hardware, which make it run better.
That is BS to me.
I mean, you look at it, you watch, like, so being at the HCS this weekend, the people, you saw the gamers who have retired. And I think there's only, most of the pro gamers are under 28 or under 30. And I think there's one major guy who's like 30 or above, or maybe a couple of them, or they turn into coaches or something like that.
Formal's probably the oldest, I think.
I thought, he might be the oldest on Optic, but I think Ryan Noob is older. I'm not sure. Yeah. So like so you're looking at they're making this game. So you're talking about Halo Infinite, like the 6th version of a game that I've been playing since 1, and I'm still playing this, but I'm not competing. But look who's running it. Look who's like, it's the younger generation. So like, I think all the complaints are gonna always happen. It's been like that forever. You look in the history books, it's nothing but complaints. But at the same time, we always move forward. But
in the gaming industry, we ain't moving forward because we worried about BC.
No, they move forward. I mean, we wouldn't be.
They move forward to it. We're talking about hardware limitations.
Right.
Like think about this. Mario has evolved from that side scroller to 3D. Like Mario is the definition of progress, right? Mario and Zelda. Let's look at these two IPs, right? Mario and Zelda has always reinvented themselves to an extent, right? We went from Mario Galaxy. We went from Mario Odyssey in New York. We went from Mario 64.
But they still got side scrollers though. They make a whole side scroller game too.
They definitely do, but it's still not the same game. Like Mario Wonder and Mario 3 are not the same game.
Okay.
Hold on, let me Google that.
I mean, like, there's a side scroller.
Mario
Wonder. That's what I'm saying.
Mario Wonder and Mario 3, they're not the same game. They don't. It doesn't use. And we're talking about in the state of backwards compatibility. They might use similar.
Oh
elements.
Yeah.
They might use similar elements, but we have not seen Super Mario World. We have not seen a Super Mario World remake.
No,
ever.
Yeah, I see what you're
saying. We haven't
That's
seen press select and a button come down. We still got the power ups, but it ain't nothing ever been made like Super Mario World. We have not ever. We've seen 2 versions of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Nintendo is all about moving forward when it comes to creating a new universe for the same IP.
Right.
Mario 64 was groundbreaking. We went from it changed the way we view Mario, and it was so amazing. We didn't worry about. I mean, when I first played Mario 64, that 64 stick was like, this thing sucked. I was complaining, bro. I don't know what this.
Hey, you were 6 years old, bro. Stop.
I was not 6 years old.
I was dead,
bro.
He was pre-life scorch. You sure, McPart?
I was 8 years old. So
what year did it come out? What year did
the Nintendo 64 came out in 96.
Look it up exactly.
1996.
Okay.
So 96, I was 7 years old in freaking 1993. You know what I'm saying? So I remember the Nintendo 64 launch because I was
September 29th, 1996.
You were a kid.
Exactly.
Homie. You were a baby.
It doesn't matter. I was walking. I was walking up to Sears independently to play, bro. I thought the 64 at Sears was mine.
Right. He was flexing. He's like, I got a job.
Mario 64, Pilot Wings. Those were launch title. Wave Race. I was that 64 controller was definitely progress. Beautiful. And think about that. The controllers even a part of evolution, right? So so this is where backwards compatibility played a nasty role in the PS3. The PlayStation controller, the biggest evolution of the PlayStation controller happened in 4 and 5, right? But people complain so much about that PlayStation controller from PlayStation 1, 2, 3. Those controllers are pretty much the same. They try to put the little bullcrap 6-axis motions. Those controllers, they added an analog. The controller evolved slightly, but
the only change was the analog sticks, and then the PS3 just had the motion shit, and that was it.
Well, the PlayStation 1 launched with no analog sticks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Then they dropped the DualShock, and then the PlayStation 2 added pressure sensitive controllers. So, and then PlayStation 3 added triggers.
Pressure sensitive controllers?
Yeah, PlayStation. So DualShock 2 had what's called pressure sensitive, meaning when you tap the button, it was harder or softer, it was able to jump. Versus
not mine.
Button. Yeah, well, you must have had janky controllers.
No, I had 2 actual PlayStation controllers.
PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had like the one that came with the console, and then another one that I bought, and then the rest after that were all like see-through and shit, and those all broke. But I always used the one that came with the console. That was the only one that worked.
I mean, but you probably just didn't realize that because you didn't play PS1. But pressure sensitive was invented in the PS2 era. But Nintendo, on the other hand, dumb boys didn't change their controllers how many times?
Every year.
I mean, besides the Wii U era. But for the most part, their controllers changed quite dramatically.
I think there's the graphic that shows like each console's like different things. Here, I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, and they controllers, like, that's a form of, now Smash players were crying about backwards compatibility when it came to Super Smash Brothers. So they made a GameCube controller for them for that one game, which is a money grab for them. But
I think Nintendo, you're right about Nintendo, they may be
go ahead and check that.
At integrating all of it, because what they did with Smash Brothers Ultimate is what I was hoping they'll do with pretty much every game I play. Even Halo, I would like to see that type of thought put into that game, where on Smash Bros. Ultimate, you get every board and every character, so everybody gets to get what they want out of it. And I think that's probably one of the smartest things.
And one thing about Smash Brothers Ultimate, I think Smash Brothers Ultimate, whatever the next Nintendo system they drop in, I think they're gonna have a hard time with trying to top that Ultimate, man. They might just end up.
They just have to say Ultimate 2 and just go to the next. It's a better version,
they might make it backwards compatible because they know people will buy it again. They know. That's why they'll do it.
They will, but I mean that's the whole thing. That's where we are with this conversation, and we probably gonna continue every week.
I mean, but think about
thing.
it like this: these remasters, right?
Mhm.
Like remasters are the thing about this. There's two things, right? I feel like a lot of people hate remasters, but I think remasters are good for the people that never got to play the product, right? So remasters are not designed like even Resident Evil remastered. Like the true fans will play it, right? But I like some people's first Resident Evil is Resident Evil 5, you know?
Right, and that's the
So,
thing, you know. Yeah. It's even that way with movies, like the writing and stuff like, you know, I didn't watch Doom when I was younger. So then why if we want to go watch Doom 2, we just watched Doom 1, the new one. You didn't realize it was the old one. I forgot that it was old. I did realize I forgot. And I'm like, there's nothing new. Like the way technology works, we're kind of limited by this thought of, you know, not leaping too far in the future too. So like, I see we need a balance of it all, because like, what do we have? Anything like any game that you're playing is probably some rehashing of something old anyway. I mean, any new game, like call out any new game, you could see the influences in the old game, which is cool.
I mean,
that's how.
That's where my problems come in at, where like people who copy and paste games, they don't create
that's different.
They don't create new experiences. Like
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is definitely a copy paste game, but I mean Doom set the standard for that. It set the stage for that. You know what I'm saying? That's
Doom or Doom.
Doom
is the movie, the one with the
Doom. DOOM. Doom.
He's talking about Doom.
Doom is the grandfather of FPSs and Quake and all that other stuff. But when I say things like, think about the
what about
the people?
Which one came out? GoldenEye first or that?
Doom came out first.
GoldenEye was probably the.
GoldenEye came out in 97. I
don't remember the days, bro. Like you gotta pull up them dates. I don't know. Like,
but Doom came out like in 1994, 93. It was a PC game.
Shooter game, or the earliest two documented first-person shooter video games are Maze War and Spasms.
Okay. But one of the famous ones like that we're talking about.
But it's Doom. It's Doom and Quake. Doom and Quake. No, Doom and Quake.
I believe you. Like I don't know. I'm just like
GoldenEye
was a lot of slaps.
Yeah, GoldenEye brought multiplayer to another level in FPSs. It created 4-player.
ID Software's landmark.
ID Software is Quake. That's the
so they say Doom, Wolfenstein, and Quake are often credited with creating the genre of first-person shooter
because they perfected it. And
so when did GoldenEye come out? Sorry, Scorcher. I mean,
97, 96. Come on, Brocky.
Bro, bro.
Come on, man.
It's like a computer.
August 23rd, 1997.
Look at that. 97, boy. I know my games. I know my games.
The first console FPS was Wolfenstein 3D.
I mean, and I played Duke Nukem and all these different games. Like, you know, the FPS has evolved, but like when it comes to creating something cutting edge and fresh, it's hard to do that because everybody. Because think about it like this: the older people are creating the freshest content. It's the dudes that create. The Mario developer. What's that guy? I don't know the dude's name.
Mario, something like that.
That guy. Look what he did to Zelda. That dude took Zelda from this to this. He took he is just not. I'm not riding the dude. Pause. Hold on. We got some comments. Perk escorts. Perk knows his games. You damn right. I know my games. You know what I'm saying?
Miyamoto. That too.
Yeah, Miyamoto. Miyamoto is. You got to understand his struggles of being that OG programmer and being a programmer in today's gaming is a different kind of psychology than the Scorch gamers, the Scorch programmers. Not just
Dude,
not this.
on my gen, I can rant about my
All
gen.
they know how to do is to download Unreal, download a repository. They not creating sprites, bro.
That's the
Sprites,
artist's
bro.
jobs. I gotta make the code to say run this sprite then this sprite.
You didn't make it say, "Oh, you get like, come on, bro."
No, that's the
Like,
audio department. I don't get paid for that.
but let's just think about it. Let's just think about it like this: all these classic little you get to tiger uppercuts. We ain't been getting none of that lately.
It's like with the movies. Every movie is redone over and over again. It has to be some, and it may happen. Like maybe Scorch will do it while he's developing games. I don't know.
This is what's about to happen.
Like what is the late? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
It's AI.
I can answer.
What I mean, but AI is like
AI can't make a game.
Right, but AI, no matter what AI can do, AI
is about to make garbage games for the new garbage.
They can't do it. They already tested it and they shut down the program. They can't do it.
But it's going to be a part of the making of it, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, what is the newest? Let me ask you this: what is the newest, most different game have you seen? And it's probably been something that came out on like Nintendo back in the day. Like, I
haven't seen
Mario.
Anything. Even that
8.
Right.
That's the rehashing of other stuff.
Of the original game. I haven't seen anything fresh because the reason why I haven't seen anything fresh is because the challenge of pushing hardware boundaries, the innovation and the commercialization of gaming, the passion. See the Iyamotos and those people, they had a different kind of passion.
Yeah, because there wasn't no money involved. It's like the music industry too. Like the music is like, oh, you can sing. How much money can you make us? You know, you can do this. How much money can? That's how it is with the game. Oh, you're gonna spend hours and hours and hours in making a game. You don't have a job or don't get a job or taking money away from your food and time and to develop something, and then you don't get paid. It's weird, man, because we live in that world.
But at the same time, it's like the industry want me to accept they BS. I don't want to play the same garbage.
Like it's all like mixed together. That's
live service. I don't want gas. Gaming as a service. It's trash. It smells funky. That's a TikTok clip.
Right. That's us kind of all, you know, like.
But the thing is, think about it like this, like when Pong, right? When someone created Pong or Galaga, right? And the excitement just to be able to make something happen out of their mind.
Right.
That was like the true innovation period where these people were just hardcore about pushing the limits of animation and coding and figuring out how to jam memory onto a cartridge. They wanted to, like, for instance, Crash Bandicoot, right? Crash Bandicoot, like what Naughty Dog did with Crash Bandicoot, that game was not supposed to run on the PlayStation 1. They didn't figure out some kind of way to make that game have like offload certain pieces of it with some crazy ingenuity programming. But Sony, the creators of the PlayStation, was like, wow, how y'all do that? We didn't even know our hardware did that.
Right.
Like, that was like, they pushed the hardware based on what they wanted to do. They did not compromise their creation because the hardware limited them. They said, we don't care what the spec sheets say. They said, we doing this anyway. And they pushed the hardware to the point where they got Crash Bandicoot to run.
So what they did was they an advanced virtual memory swapping technique that divided the levels into 64 KB chunks. Those chunks would be loaded independently from the slow but high capacity CD drive into this thing. They offloaded info and then brought it back when they needed it.
Yeah.
Which was unheard of. Naughty Dog, shout out to you. Shout out to Naughty Dog for pushing the play. Y'all made my generation great. Frosted Flakes.
Y'all bring back Crash Bandicoot Tag Team Racing.
Bring
right,
Crash. Hey, Microsoft, make Crash Bandicoot great again.
Dude, honestly.
That's the whole cool thing about it, man. These different eras, man. Like even talking about, like on the you called me Atari earlier. We had the Atari had one joystick and one button in 300 games. Like it's like with one joystick and one button. I mean, even Pong was, I think, it was just a turn dial and stuff like that. So watching all this and playing a game now that has like multiple buttons on it and extra buttons on the back is interesting to watch. This whole generational growth of it. And I'm excited to see where it goes next. Like that he's like, where did you start? I started at the beginning. Like I'm like the only one here that started at the very beginning.
You started at Pong 1970?
Yeah, well, that was like the first game that I remember playing because it was out. I was born in 74. I'll be 50 next month, which is cool.
So you was 4 when Pong came out.
Wait a minute. No. You said it was 1970?
Pong came out in 1970.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't 4. I wasn't born yet. It was I was -4.
Okay.
Like the first game that I think I had was, when did I
came out in 72? That graphic's a little wrong. It came out in 72. So
okay, so like I wasn't 2. I was -2. I was so like that was the first game I remember seeing. And then like when did Atari come out? Like that was the first game I remember.
So Atari, according to this little piece of paper, is 1977.
Yeah, so I remember that. Like that was probably the first. Is one button and one joystick, and we did
that little red button.
Got it right. Wow.
Yeah.
And playing it all, like I've seen all that, and it's cool to see it. I mean, like
look at this, but look at how fast the industry changed. Like from 1977 to 1985, y'all ain't have no real groundbreaking stuff going on. But the industry.
It's in the graph.
It's on the screen.
Okay.
If you look at the timeline, like could like. The industry, because the game industry, that money got involved and they try to crash the gaming industry. And our Lord and Savior, Nintendo, came in 1985 and they just rearranged the whole industry. And look, like if you look at 1985, 1986 was a unique year. Sega was like, we still slacking. 1989, they dropped the Genesis, TurboGrafx, Neo Geo. Then like shortly after 1991, that Super Nintendo dropped. No one cared about that Jaguar. And in 1995 was a very...
some people gonna hate you for saying that.
I mean,
they love the Jaguar.
That Jaguar was, man, come on, get that a Jaguar. That shouldn't even be on my grid. That ain't even count. But if we look at that Sega Saturn and then that PlayStation 1 controller and that, I forgot about the pimp in the Apple system, but 95 and 96 were like competitive years. Look at that year. Like that generation was just like crazy.
They were.
And then we had the Dreamcast versus PlayStation year, and then Xbox appeared on the scene like, hey, we want some of this.
Right.
And Nintendo GameCube was like, we here. 360 still been here. And then like, the controllers, the generations, like this evolution is very very unique when you look at it from a system, like very unique chart, like just what we came from. But it's still like, even then, if we look at this, nobody's worried about backwards compatibility till later into this chart.
I mean, but gaming wasn't making a whole lot of money until the 80s.
There weren't cool games, man. We didn't have Crash Bandicoot on the Atari.
Right. I mean, well, we had because I remember on the Atari, Trey Walker Comedy said, he laughed.
Our Lord is
like, so their arcades were big still back then. And I found this weekend at the HCS. This was me. I'm not putting it up. That was me playing the Mortal Kombat this weekend at HCS. The console. It wasn't the full size, but it's cool. I was playing. Trey saw me playing, and he was like, "Oh, he do know what he doing." Prince tried to diss me, but it's cool. Like so. Once that happened, once the arcades started dying, it got really weird, man. I mean, like the 80s. And to go back at McPerk wasn't born, You was born in the late 80s, right, McPerk? When you were born?
I was born.
But by the time
born in
you
the
were born,
80s.
yeah, by the time you were born, the money had taken over.
Yeah, the money.
You
I
know,
mean, it was a profitable business.
Yeah, everything. Like
everybody was developing games. Like
there was the year of the decade of excess, or the what is it? Yeah, the decade of the 80s, because that's when money started going. Music. When Michael Jackson did the moonwalk in 82 or 83, that changed money for everything. You know, when they say video killed a rock star, that changed everything. You have to be able to make money for other people to put you out there for anything. There was no more, and it just changed, and we evolved. We accepted, and you know, there's no going back at this point. The only way we go back is some sort of even money system or something like that.
I mean, but my thing is back to the creativity part of the industry. Now we talk about movies, creativities in the 80s. Let's just say the 80s, Stan Lee and all these people of your era, the George Lucases and their stuff, right? And George Lucas was a very creative guy. Like, who created E.T.? Who was the E.T. guy?
Steven Spielberg.
Spielberg. Like,
they were friends.
Like that groundbreaking technology that they had to create in their mind, and they had to figure out how to. Those people had to overcome their limitations to get their creativity out, right?
Right.
So, like,
they have a cool documentary on that, by the way, on Disney Plus.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, George Lucas, these developers, the older developers hey, if y'all a developer, I see we got 40 views. Tell me about, we come to TiC. We need to talk about your experience, because this show is about you, the people, and I want to know about your experience as being in this industry. But I just need to let y'all know, y'all welcome to the show. Click the link, and we could get you on here if you want to talk. But when it comes to the creativity of these George Lucases and the people prior to them, and them using the limitations of a camera and frame rates and trying to make Star Wars, right? And now we got this one-click thing, right? I feel like creators need to struggle again. Make creators struggle again.
I mean, there are a lot of struggling creators out there, man. But
they not working as hard as George Lucas.
I mean, they not
working hard as Steven Spielberg,
because the technology has made, you know, the world as a whole.
I don't want to hear that.
The technology has made it easier and harder at the same time.
Harder to invade the spaces, but easier to quit. Like when they say something is easy to do is easy not to do as well. You know, like so.
Hold on. Rest in peace to Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball. Even him. Let's look at. He created Dragon Ball in the 80s. He created the Dragon Ball hand-drawn piece of paper. Classic. Drew the character, wrote the story. And then he got the big boom in 2000. Like, I'm just saying, though.
That's why I tell you, man, the 80s.
But the thing is, these people are lazy. Lazy.
I don't know, man. He's inspired a lot of people.
McPerk is a millennial who sounds like a.
No, they lazy, bro. No, hell no, bro. How is it that? What's the dude that wrote Spawn? McFarlane, right? McFarlane.
Who?
I think his
Spawn,
name. What's his name? McFarlane. Todd McFarlane, right? Todd McFarlane, right? That dude didn't even know how to draw. He didn't know how to draw, but he had a vision to be great. Marvel said that he sucked. Everybody said that he sucked. That dude is the reason why we got Venom. His art was so groundbreaking. He was like, yo, I don't care what y'all say, I'm going to get a job at Marvel, and I'm going to, y'all mother effing people are going to let me draw Spider-Man, and I don't care what you say, and I'm going to draw Spider-Man my way, and I don't care what Marvel say. That dude went crazy.
So
and look
he
at his
sound
art.
like he's doing a Pops McPerk scorch rant.
PMS. Now it's time for the PMS rant. And I'm starting off. The PMS rant stands for Props, McPerk, and Scorch.
No, don't correct them, Pops.
I'll take props.
Yeah, Pops, Prince, whatever. So it's a PMS moment. And my PMS time is y'all creators are lazy. All y'all want to do is sit around on the TikTok and do your dances and be
But I can make
creators.
5K doing the
And
dance.
I can make 5K doing the dance, and y'all guys are lazy. Your content is trash. Everybody wants to sit around. Everybody wants to sit around and be cute and take selfies, but they ain't creating no new characters. We haven't gotten a new Spider-Man. We haven't gotten a new Star Wars. We haven't gotten a new anything.
Yeah, we have.
What we got?
We
got Star Wars
Acolyte.
Acolyte.
No. He talking
I
about.
don't want to hear that.
He's talking about a new age. Like I get it. Like
What have we gotten new? We still can't. We argue about the MCU. We glorifying X-Men 97. We haven't gotten any new mutants. Gambit has been retired for freaking since 1992. We talk about X-Men 97. We worried about the year 1997. We haven't gotten any new dope superheroes. Why? The last character. Why we have it? Because y'all creators are not creative. Wake up, people, and become creative again. I'm gonna get a hat that say "Make creators create again." That's what I'm gonna start. That's gonna be my new hat for the things. For real. Like, I think it's like George Lucas and them won't worry about money when they were creating the characters. Stan Lee wasn't worried about the money when he was creating Spider-Man. He just wasn't. He was like, yo, bring me some more heroes. Find me some new artists. Like McFarlane drew Venom and created that version of Spider-Man. And then he got so popular where he was able to create Spawn. That dude worked on other people's stuff. And granted, we haven't seen Spawn in a very long time. Spawn is an iconic comic book hero, and he appears occasionally. Like we see him in Mortal Kombat, we see him in Soul Calibur, but Spawn is a character that we have not seen. But McFarlane was like, yeah, working for Marvel's cool, working for DC is cool, but hey, I want to create Spawn. And he created a character, even though his character don't get much love in this economy, but it's the principle. Spawn is a part of that culture. It's part of the creator's story. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't understand how a McFarlane, like Todd McFarlane, could create Spawn, and we got all these people in the world that's on the internet, and we can't get new characters. Is it because we don't want to adopt someone's new creation? Like, in the gaming industry, though, we do get new creators. Like, we got Kratos. We got Marcus from, Gears of War. We got Master Chief.
That's all.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's old.
Years old, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, those characters, like Kratos ain't developed like a Spider-Man. He could be. He ain't. He could definitely sell some PlayStations, but he ain't like an iconic piece in the universe like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he is not a Mickey Mouse of the world.
That leads into my. Oh, you go, Scorch. You go.
No, I was just.
No. It's the PMS.
Lisa, my part of the rant, because I'm a big Walt Disney fan, as you mentioned, Mickey Mouse. A lot of stuff comes from Walt Disney not giving up. I know his brother Roy had a big backstory, but these guys didn't give up because they just knew. Maybe if I can send some inspiration out to some of those creators out there, like, don't worry about the money. The money will come. The money only comes when you're truly passionate about what you're doing, because like you can sit there all day and just try to think about the money, and it's just not going to happen. It's going to throw you off. It's hard to say that, but I know. I watch it. I study it. I study progress. I study success. I study people, and they really don't think about the money. They really want to put out good quality things. They really want to be passionate about what they have. And say, how do you be passionate about, when you got to work 40 hours a week? I work 60 hours a week and still create, and I still do what I do. And I'm like in the Gen X generation, I'll be 50 next month. So it's like, okay, well, like, just do it. Like, there's no reason not to do this. Stop overly thinking about money and just do it all, because it's all working for you. It is. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Think about it. Like, why are we here? Like, why would we be here right now if it wasn't to get better? So my rant is, along with what McPerk is saying, I keep turning the wrong way. Along with what McPerk is saying, create. Like, let's stop. Take your jobs, do what you do, make your money, get your money out. Do what you have to do. Side jobs, Uber, DoorDash, whatever you have to do to make ends meet, but keep creating, because we need more creators. We need new products. We need new stuff out here. There's a balance that has to happen with this progress moving forward, and staying grounded as well. And you can do it. That's how everything has been built since the beginning of time. We're still breathing air. Our hearts are still beating, and we're still creating more. We just got to realize it and be focusing on and intentional about it. And I'll send that one down to Scorch. Go ahead.
Let me add before you send it to Scorch. So like when we create, like Pikachu and these Pokemon came like in '96, and like a lot of people are watching other people's stuff, but they don't dig deep into their mind to create, because they like that game Pow World.
Hell yeah.
Like, Pow World was inspired by Pokemon, period. You know what I'm saying? Like it is a different game, but at the end of the day, it wasn't an original iconic piece.
Right.
Like when it came to the character design. Yeah,
they say there's nothing new under the sun, so it's like you don't have to strive.
You shouldn't compare your work to something else, because like if that's Star Wars art style is very different compared to another universe, or so like creating those universes you got a Captain America.
Star Wars was inspired by Flash Gordon, so I mean, like, it is what it is. But George Lucas will tell you that he got it from, so it's all inspiration, but it's still like you find it and you
copy your homework, but not copy.
Right. It's like what it says, imitation is the best form of flattery, or something like that. Is that what the saying?
Flattery?
Something like that.
I don't want imitation. I want invitations to see y'all latest work. I want to see what's really cracking, because there are people that keep their creations off the marketplace because I'm afraid of people stealing it. I'm afraid that someone's going to copy me. I'm afraid that someone's going to copyright your stuff and put it on the marketplace. You know what I'm saying? Like, just get it out there. Like, we need the content, man. We need the games y'all got, man. Like, stop being bogus, man, and stop copying and pasting stuff, man. Hey, it's time for you, Scorch.
Scorch.
My PMS is probably with if you guys haven't heard, Star Wars Collection just got released, and that puts the 2005 Star Wars Battlefront and the other one, the first one, Star Wars Battlefront 1, under the same roof, right? So it's like one game and you can play both. And with it, they brought multiplayer back online. That's probably like the biggest thing they did, right? And they fucked it up. So I don't know how you can fuck it up like that, but it's a shame. Like, I think you guys should have had that from the start. I'm surprised it got past QA with all the bugs that it did, like audio is not playing correctly, servers, only 3 servers on Steam, textures not loading in properly, audio not loading properly. It's kind of sad, to be honest. I wish people would stop pumping out games quickly for a quick money grab. Like, take your time.
So who did that game?
Aspiri. They've been kind of like the leading people when it comes to remastering or re-releasing your the old Star Wars games, like Republic Commando, Knights of the Old Republic.
Are those EA titles? The one that just
those
came
were
out?
Lucas Arts titles before they shut down in 2006 or 7.
Okay.
But yeah, they've been the guys that are like, we brought it to the Switch, go play it, or here it is remastered, go play it. And from what I've heard, they've done a good job, but they just dropped the ball with this one, which honestly sucks.
And I mean, when you playing with the Star Wars branding, you're playing with.
You're walking on glass, and you can't
Yeah.
fuck it up, or you're gonna get.
I mean, Star Wars fans are definitely they expect excellence out their products. Like,
yeah,
like
I do, especially when it's already been released.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, what, like all that crunching and incomplete work. Like, that's back to my rant. Laziness.
Hey, so we all talking this thing, the fast money grab. Hey, it's cool to get money. Stop.
But the thing about the money grab, like, I think that's back to that corporate board.
Sorry
The board
about that.
wants it out, and then it doesn't give the developers enough time.
I think the people who are programming need to go to the people in the suits and say, no, you will wait.
Yeah, like, look, hey,
I need 3 more days. You will give me 3 more days.
Or just be like, fire me, or we all gonna walk off on this product. We ain't gonna complete it.
Steve Jobs getting fired from Apple, right?
Yeah, like,
how crazy is
Everybody
that?
takes a week off. What happens? They gotta give in to demands, right?
Like, oh man, stop giving in to demands. Push that stuff back.
Hey, that's that crazy part. That's that balance we gotta find. Creation and money. How is that?
But think about it like this. Nintendo gives their creators enough time to do certain things.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, but you know,
they don't even tease a product until they ready to go into promotion.
And that's the cool thing.
Nintendo.
That's why they do.
That's not EA, Activision. They don't care. They're like, the consumer will buy it if it's all right, and we can pump updates later.
Because they worried about the stock value of their companies, and that's the part that they need to go to hell with that shit.
This has been this whole the whole day. So that's gonna be our talk almost every time we turn this.
It's just like dude,
money grab.
Where you remember the word quality insurance?
Yeah.
Like, do they do quality insurance anymore? It's like, do they just be like, this is unacceptable? This is the problem too. Okay. The consumer, dear consumer, stop buying this stuff. Make the stock crash so they make sure the stuff is right.
The markets have crashed. All that. We're gonna find a way. You know, I really feel like it's gonna
like, whose fault
like
is it?
It has to.
Whose
it
fault
has
is
to.
it? No, whose fault is it? That these executives know that y'all gonna run and buy it, and they already got your cash. They know that you're not gonna ask for a refund, so y'all gonna buy it, and they feeding you dog poo poo, and y'all just complaining and keeping it in your library waiting for an update. Like, that's a combination of weird behavior to me. Like, what happened to quality insurance? Like, this game, they could play the campaign.
Quality assurance became fix our game. Don't give us your opinion on the game. Just make sure you find the bug.
But look what happened with Cyberpunk. That was the definition of corporate greed, and they got their game pulled off. It took them a whole year to fix that game. That means that game, that CEO or that whoever was on that board of what is it? Project CD Red. Yeah. Project CD Red. They were so greedy that they could not wait one more year to make sure the game and the product was great. They had to go and refund all that people, get people to buy the game again once they fixed it. That move cost them so much money because somebody wanted to pay their yacht note.
Mm-hmm. It's weird, man. I mean, like we always talk about, like being in business and being a consumer. It's like you think about.
No. Let me freeze real quick before you give them no freaking excuses.
I'm not giving them
excuses. No, I'm about to give bump that, because now we're about to play the race card. Gaming buyers, Japanese developers versus American developers. Now let's talk about this subject. The Japanese developers, people who make Persona, people who make Resident Evil, people who make Mario, people who make Final Fantasy. Yeah, we have issues. People who make Final Fantasy games, Square Enix. Let's look at their work ethic. They come out with a game. Their games do have issues. Their games are playable. Their games quality is acceptable. You don't hear this stuff from Japanese game developers too often. You hear it from American game developers and British game developers. You hear it from those two. You hear it from those two. Why is that? Why? Japanese game developers, because you know why? They strive for excellence in the beginning. That y'all striving for money. Why is it that we haven't seen Kingdom Hearts 4 yet? Why we haven't? Because Kingdom Hearts is being polished, it's being nurtured, it's being baked in the mother effing oven, ready for pops. Where you gonna keep playing that, pops?
Somewhere back here.
But they don't show things until they're ready, and when they launch their product, it's complete and ready to play. Look, do you think we're gonna have a problem with Kingdom Hearts when it drops? What kind of problem? We gonna have problems, but we ain't gonna have no problems. We ain't gonna have the problems that we have. We ain't gonna have a frame rate problem when Kingdom Hearts drops.
That's the weird part about it all, man. Like I say, we will find
American. No, there ain't no balance. Americans and British people need to get their game development together.
They will. I mean, they're not gonna have any choice. I mean, because
why the Japanese developers don't have these issues like that? They don't. Final Fantasy Rebirth came out. Yeah, it had a little bit of. They got a day one patch, very small. The game is complete on 2 discs. The performance mode is an issue for everybody right now because hardware. Okay, granted, the pushing the resolution, everybody's having issues with that. Expect it. But their products are solid. When Persona 6 come out, we are not going to deal with these issues. We're going to have a complete product that Sega. Why is it that when I get a Yakuza game, or no, my bad, Like a Dragon, well, when we get Like a Dragon from Sega, from the Ruyo group, I don't know their names, the game plays perfectly okay. Why is it? Why we don't deal with all this? Okay. we don't deal with none of these dramas that we get from our studios. Once again, it's business and laziness. It's a combination. I'm here to tell you guys, the 44 viewers, I know y'all hear me ranting. Y'all ain't saying nothing. They say we got 44 viewers on TikTok on the
I'm
X.
all 44 of them. No, I'm kidding.
On the X, we got 44 viewers on the X. What y'all think? Do you what's going on? Y'all not saying nothing in the chat, but y'all hear me. Y'all interested. Y'all programming. Y'all getting motivated. Y'all happy. Stop being lazy and get that glitch out that game and send me the beta key. Because I'm going to scream at you and let you know what the real is. TiC Gaming Studios is going to be opening up a QA lab, and Pop's going to be playing your games. He's going to give you all the happy talk. And then you're going to pass that game to me, and I'm going to tear it apart.
What about me?
And Scorch, he going to light the lighter up and be like, your textures are trash.
Yeah. What he said.
And your frame rates are not running on my hardware. So if you got a game product and some games on your Steam that's green light mode, send us those codes. We'll let you know.
Yep.
That's my that's the PMS.
PMS rant. Pops, McPerk, and Scorch rants.
Yeah, for real.
Thank y'all so much for being out there, man. I appreciate it. Like y'all out here just listening and hanging out. If y'all have anything to say, we'll respond. But thank y'all so much. This has been crazy. Are we seeing some?
I'm just going through the chats.
Oh, I didn't even see the chats.
Because I was in my mode. I forgot to click them. So I was just going in on the PMSs.
It's the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
The garbage.
What's that noise?
What noise?
The vacuum. Someone's got a vacuum. Who's vacuuming?
That may have been a heater came on. I don't know. It got cold outside. I don't know.
Debatable.
So it's the I'll turn the mic this way. It's the Yeti picks up the blue Yeti.
Remember the red light faces you.
That's
the
what
front. There you
go. So speaking of Kingdom Hearts, the composer got the Lifetime Achievement Award for the soundtrack.
Nice. It was a very good soundtrack.
Yeah. which is crazy.
The only
they
song
ha-
I like from Kingdom Hearts is that from the trailer or whatever, Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, true. Kingdom Hearts. Oh, Kingdom Hearts 2. Yeah, I mean, she made a lot of good music, man. Today they had an Unreal Engine 5.4 tech demo. We got the Dune Awakening tech demo.
Nice.
There's a new Star Wars Hunter gameplay tech demo. Epic will launch Fortnite season development on Unreal Engine FN. I don't know what that means. I didn't get.
It's the basically Unreal Engine's way for you to edit Epic or Fortnite's code, like actually edit its code.
Okay, so they're gonna open it up to people to work on it.
It's been open. It's just getting better and better. Like you can take anything from Unreal Engine, where that was made for Unreal Engine, and put it in Fortnite.
Okay. That's
like they just announced MetaHuman. You can use that in Fortnite now.
So what they letting people upload creations into?
Yep. You can open up Blender, Maya, start modeling something, send it through like obviously Epic, and then they'll approve it, and then be like, "All right, cool. You can upload that to Fortnite," and boom, it's on Fortnite.
So my question is that going to take away from the marketplace?
What marketplace?
Like if I can upload my own skin and develop my own.
No. It's more like 3D assets. So think of it like I modeled the TV that's gonna go in this room for this level that I want to use in Fortnite.
Okay, so they're not giving you control of the characters though.
No.
Okay.
Basically, the only thing you can do with the characters is say, "Hey, when the game loads in, we're gonna turn our Fortnite character invisible, and we look like a penguin that I 3D modeled or I downloaded from Epic Store."
Okay.
Right. But you can't actually alter the Fortnite's character.
Okay. Oh, okay. So they just giving the floor to So they using the community to be able to develop and get assets from.
It's like Forge from Halo, but more in depth. Like you can go under the hood.
I see. So that's interesting. So this Unreal Engine 5.3 is a big thing right now.
Yeah, not because of that, but because of all the updates it's having, where like you can do 3D animations in real time and whatnot, and all that. That's their big selling point with 5.3 and 5.4 is like, look, metahumans, animations in runtime, and I'm like, cool. How do I make a gun reload?
Yeah, I mean, Unreal is definitely a powerful platform, and I know a lot of people getting away from Unity as well for some reason.
Well, Unity recently said, "Oh, every time someone downloads your game on Unity, the company who made that game has to pay Unity."
Oh,
and everybody in the industry was like, "Why? Why do I have to pay you when somebody buys my product?"
Yeah.
Every time they install it. So like if you uninstall the game after you bought it and then you reinstall it, the company would have to pay money to Unity for that. And
so that's why people were looking for a new engine.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
And people were like, "Yeah, this is dumb. I'm gonna go learn Unreal or Godot or whatever."
Because Unreal don't have a royalty until you make a certain amount of money, right?
Yeah, Unreal is like it's free for like independent people, so like me. And then once you publish your first game and you've sold 1 million in money, or like once you hit $1 million in sales, then you pay like a 5% fee or whatever.
So that's not bad because it's like a partnership.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And they also give you so like if Epic says, "Look, we made this first person shooter template that you can install and see how the people in the industry do it and how we would do it," right? And anything that's in this game you can use in your game.
And I'm pretty sure if you make $1 million in revenue, they want to talk to you behind closed doors, like, hey, we got some loans for you. What you need, dog?
Yeah. You want to come work for us?
Yeah.
Right. Oh
yeah. Yeah. Fortnite announced FPS props. Fortnite journey begins. Oh, FPS props. What that mean?
No,
Fortnite.
he said Fortnite.
Oh, they.
Yes, he's saying Pops. Fortnite.
Basically,
journey.
Fortnite's getting an FPS.
My journey begins. That's what.
Oh, he's
No,
telling
he
you
can't
to
do
change
that.
the
He's
name.
got to reach Onyx. Remember?
Okay, so they put in a first person shooter mode in Fortnite.
Yeah, I mean, you could have programmed it into FNEF, whatever that is.
Is it gonna play any good? Is it? I mean, I don't know what game would it be closest to, in a Fortnite FPS.
I want to say it would probably play like, oh man, what's that game? Not Crisis. I mean,
Because is it gonna be like a Call of Duty type feel? Like I'm trying to figure out.
no, it's probably gonna be like Fortnite, except whenever you have like certain pickups, like the movement based ones, it'll probably launch you into third person.
But is it a first person shooter mode? Is what we get?
Yeah.
Like the whole game is gonna be an FPS.
Yeah. So basically, instead of third person, first person, like Call of Duty.
Okay, so pretty much it's gonna be like a match, like how we have no build modes. It's gonna be FPS mode.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's still gonna be the battle royale then at that point, or is it gonna be?
I mean, it probably will be, and then somebody's gonna be like, "Hey, I made team deathmatch."
Exactly. That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, are we getting capture the flag Fortnites now, or like, are we getting these kind of modes?
I mean, that's probably already been made.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's made, but like, if we looking at like a capture the flag on Halo, or like, just different modes, is that what we're getting? Like, we're not thinking like a FPS mode, right? Like, I'm looking at Destiny. Like, I'm trying to imagine it in my head. Like, I'm thinking about playing.
Let's say we put up Fortnite, right? You have no build mode or classic, whatever you want to call it. Then you have first person mode, which is Fortnite just in first person, and then you have team deathmatch, which is either in third person or first person, right? It'll probably say. And then you have CTF, first person or third person. And then you probably have a bunch of other games, right, that the community made with either first person or third person in the title. And there's probably going to be a search filter when you search your games, like, oh, is this first person or is this third person? But with so much stuff to do in Fortnite, I feel like you can split the population very quickly with that.
I see. So because definitely they're going to turn the game into a different game at that point then.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind a tournament first person Fortnite. I might do that.
I would have to play it just to see. When does that come out?
I have no idea.
Is that let me see.
FPS. Profitable Prince in the chat, he brought it up.
He put
Profitable Prince, tell us what you know.
Yeah.
You can play the game in first person already. If you have a certain gun, just aim down sights. Just do that the whole time.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, first person mode update 13 hours ago. Yeah, that's some new news. Yeah, I would have to try it out. I haven't played Fortnite in a while because
I haven't played it at all, but I've seen my sons play it, and it looks cool. I just
that's because you're a gaming bias. You're a biased gamer.
I guess you could call it that.
You anti everything. You're the definition of anti-cheat software. If you play anything else, you cheating on 343.
Just like my Halo. I'm into my Halo Infinite right now.
Man, why your eyes looking Chinese, Pops?
Oh, because I'm sitting back.
Because you're getting
tired.
To say
I'm sleeping, bro. I stay up all night, every night.
Man,
Pops go to bed. Let Pops go to bed. He's tired.
I'm just not, bro.
I
stay up later than y'all every night.
No, I stay up till 6 in the morning.
That's about the same, man.
PST gang.
Hey, y'all are the PST game. I'm Central PST.
Pacific Standard Time. We got 56 viewers according to Twitter. I don't know how many of these people are real and how many's bots, but I guess we.
They real people. They just listening.
I
They
don't know.
lurking. Let them lurk.
Man, the thing is, man, y'all need to say hello to the cast. If there's 56 people in here and my chat is 0, I don't trust Elon Musk. This is a Cybertruck coming in here. Is this a Tesla bot coming to the chat? Hey, if y'all in the chat, tell us where you're from. This is the Inner Circle Live Show, and we just chilling. And according to Twitter, there's 56 of you in here, and I have not gotten any hellos. I'm feeling lonely. Hello.
It said, you have to subscribe to premium on X to chat.
This guy is putting a paywall and doesn't even know he's got a paywall.
What you mean?
You got a paywall.
So what you mean? We gotta get the check mark.
You have to subscribe to Twitter X in order to talk on the stream chat.
Oh,
Perks pulling an EA.
So you mean to tell me that people could have been talking in the chat and I can't see them?
No, they can't talk in the chat because they have to pay.
Or do we have to pay?
The people that want to communicate.
I think it may be a setting.
Think of it like
that don't make no sense. So if I'm the host of the chat, you mean to tell me that the people that are watching can't interact with the chat?
Yes.
Unless they're X, yeah.
Unless they subscribe to Twitter.
Oh, that's bogus, bro. Elon,
it's
bro.
Come on, bro. It's probably a setting you can change, man.
Elon, bro. We got 56 people and we can't get a high.
It's Biden
Come on,
economics.
Elon. Man, no, that's not Biden. That's Elon economics. You mean to tell me that 56, these people that are listening
61.
No, it say 59 on my screen.
It's 61.
It just says me.
It says 61 now.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that 61 people are watching us and we can't even say we can't get a hello because they're not Twitter Plus subscribe? This is terrible.
We got to figure that out. I'm pretty sure you can change that.
I want to let y'all know that we live on Twitch right now, on YouTube right now. We live everywhere. If y'all want
What's the name?
It's all the same. TiC Games Network. Find us. We live. If y'all want to say something, join the live. We got no one right now has been saying, see how I'm bringing this up? I should be able to click that. Come on, Elon, bro. I can see if I have to pay for it to get access to the crowd. But everybody, that's just terrible.
But what if you get 1%?
We'll figure it out. We got to look into that.
That sort of hurt my feelings, bro. That's hurting my feelings. There's fans.
We know. That's why I say we know they watching. It's cool, man. Let them watch.
Man, that's so sad. I don't know who these people are. Hey, TiC loves you, man. If y'all Woods fans, Wood loves y'all guys. You know what I'm saying? So that's just terrible, though, man. Like, come on, man. I can't believe that. I got to do some research on this. But man, it's been a lot cracking on here. What else we got going on? Hey, let's see. I'm gonna go to the game news to see. So we talked about that. Some game called Dragon Dogma 2 came out. I don't
know anything about that, but cool, new game. Woo!
Yeah. What else is in the news algorithm? The news been weird. Like everybody's still trying to figure out what Nintendo's doing.
The big news that I've heard is the Star Wars collection, the Dragon Ball creator died, the Apex hacking, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, and Halo update, but
And I mean, there's been news in the emulator community. So Nintendo went after an emulator creator. I think it was like Yuzu or something like that.
Yeah.
And they shut him down with a sister dismiss, and they bullied him out of some money. They end up paying Nintendo just out of some fearful paperwork because these people was getting paid off a Patreon account. So I think they paid like $200,000 to Nintendo just for creating an emulator. So Nintendo got the Nintendo Mafia came after them boys.
Yeah, I remember
I'm
seeing that.
listening. Muting for a second.
I
Listening.
think it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
thing
fine
is,
if it's old hardware, but if it's like you're emulating the Xbox on the computer, it's like why?
yeah, it's current hardware. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Just go buy a Switch, like the fuck.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you definitely shouldn't be. I think emulation is good for preservation, but I don't think you should be. You shouldn't be emulating current hardware for just because you can.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad to go in there. Like, let's see what's going on here. What's this?
Pops left. Nah. Time to cancel it.
Probably a setting. So no one probably has premium. It said, oh, they talking about the pay. It said subscribe to X Premium to chat on X. Just saw Twitter X. What's this news button? Oh, Twitter chat has arrived. You can add and read check ads. I don't know what's going on with that. That's sort of disappointing. I don't know about the X. I'm gonna have to read about the X. What are you doing, Pops? He like jumping his head in, right? I got two screens on my head, so let's see. Kentucky. This dude over here eating. Pops got hungry, bro. It is 11:30 Pacific Standard Time. We got a late show, so it's interesting because that means there's a late crowd on the internet just chilling. What is it? Gaming. 6 hours ago, Blizzard just killed Diablo 4 by announcing a list of massive that practically is a new game. Blizzard just killed Diablo 4 by announcing a list of changes so massive that it practically killed it. It's practically a new game. So I guess that's what this headline said. That's clickbait, you think?
What was the question?
It said Blizzard just killed Diablo 4 by announcing a list of changes so massive that it's practically a new game.
I mean, that makes no sense. What?
I mean, it's probably clickbait. It's probably clickbait.
That game you like? What if we deleted it all and reboot it?
6 hours ago, so while we was here, 3 classic Bungie games are making a comeback.
Oh, actually, speaking of Bungie, they're gonna try to pump out Marathon before the merger with PlayStation happens, or like all the suits at the top of Bungie are bought out. If that makes sense.
What's going on with Bungie?
So Bungie is making Marathon, right? They're remaking it or making a new take on it. And they tweeted out a thing that says, we are trying to pump out Marathon as fast as possible before our leadership changes because of the PlayStation Bungie buyout or something.
It says Bungie replaces Marathon director amid leadership shakeup. Players fear Bungie Marathon may be a hero shooter now. Bungie's Marathon get director change as studio fits over Destiny 2, the final shape. What is Marathon? Is that a new FPS?
Marathon is a new extraction shooter from what they're making it sound like. And it's a take on one of their first games they've ever made. So they're going into that universe from what I understand. And then they're like, here, look, new game. Look at this. And it's an extraction shooter, and there's like they take a lot of like elements from Destiny in terms of how they do like their storytelling. Like there's like, oh, if you go here and you get this and you extract with it and you go again and find 2 more pieces, you can open up a vault when you go the 4th time and do X, Y, and Z. So yeah, I won't like it probably. I don't know. They
remaking Max Payne. That's pretty interesting. Remedy is making that, the Alan Wake developer. Xbox making massive change to the Microsoft Rewards program. Do you use the Microsoft Rewards program?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, they making a change to it. Xbox tasting a big new quality of life feature. That Spider-Man game, that Spider-Man multiplayer game looks weird to me. I'm not a fan of it. What's that noise?
It's Pops.
The heater came on.
Powering up.
That loud?
Man,
wow, that's crazy.
That
Power
It only
fan,
comes
over
on one
9,000?
time. Like it's like
that's Pop's old PC. Pop's PC, that great, that cocaine white PC booting up.
Cocaine white. Whoa.
Yeah, because those old PCs had like this gray white look. Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh yeah. That turned yellow.
Yeah, it turned yellow. Yeah. Yeah, it's not much gaming news going on right now. We just chilling, man. Let's see what's going on. Man, we just hit 70 views, man. It's crazy to
2 hour and 30-minute podcast. That's a record,
dang,
right?
man.
Yep,
It is
yep.
definitely a record. It's definitely a record, man. And man, I don't even know what to talk about right now. We're running out of subjects.
I'm trying to. I don't know. You guys want to play some Halo Wars?
I don't. I currently are going through a restriction. I ain't got no game consoles but my Switch and my PlayStation right now.
Oh,
I just put a new video card in my PC, but my PC keep restarting for some reason. So I don't know if I'm having a power supply issue or something. So I got to get it, as well as I got to renew my Game Pass. So yeah, so I got that going on.
nice.
But other than that, we just chillaxing.
you yawning talking about.
Yeah, for real.
Well,
I'm trying to see if there's a way to how can you add chat to the live stream?
Yeah, because
trying to add chat to live stream, or are you trying to remove the paywall from the live stream?
Yeah.
because Elon Musk is robbing us of our talent. Damn it, Elon! Like we gotta pay to see the fans. What kind of crap is that? What if Twitter started a game company? What game do you think they'd make?
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
It's the same thing. Or would it sound like when we heard Xbox was making it?
No, boy, you're gonna be playing that Elon Musk game in your Tesla. Yeah, Overwatch 2 unlocks all of his heroes.
They say use a VPN to get by past the paywall.
Well, I gotta use a VPN, so other countries don't have it.
I don't know.
What country do I have to VPN to?
Is
I
it
don't know,
really a
that's Reddit.
paywall though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It makes Sony is reportedly pausing PSVR production because they got too much inventory. Well, duh, the PSVR is garbage because of what?
Whoa,
You
dude! Don't talk bad about the PlayStation or the PlayStation community. Come after you, man.
I don't know. Bump that. PlayStation VR is trash. First off, it costs more than a PlayStation. They ain't got no software, and it does not have PC support. So why would I want to buy that?
Because you don't have a PC. Duh. No. That's
This
not
is
a computer. That's Oculus.
I can connect this to the PC. I can play. I can connect that to Steam VR. PlayStation put themselves in a bottleneck by not allowing it to work on PC. They would have sold more if they allowed it to work on PC. And their software is they need to bring the PlayStation Home back. Like that's the issue. The PlayStation VR don't have no killer apps, and it's $600. I'm not doing that.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. $599. Come on, bro.
I
can get it.
$5.99.
Man, I'm not about to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not about to do that at all. I'm sorry. So they wonder why they gotta. Why are you? It said they just stopped production. You should have been stopped production. I could have told you that. I could have told you that before you put the thing out.
They
See,
should make a Star Wars VR. I'd buy it.
the thing is, the Star Wars VR game will sell more on the Oculus.
No, not if it's a PlayStation exclusive.
EA ain't gonna do that.
Oh, they will.
They not because the VR developers already said they ain't making no VR games for the PlayStation VR because it ain't worth the resources.
Okay.
Because the user base ain't there. So people who got a PlayStation VR just got a dusty headset around their house. A $600 piece of junk. It's so sad. So sad. Man, I'm sorry, you 75 viewers. We can't talk to you because the Elon Musk firewall is blocking it.
That's funny.
But yeah, man. Shoot. So look, look, fans, we're gonna try to come back. The next time we're gonna come back is going to be the 3rd of April. So tune in to the Inner Circle Games Network, dog. We're gonna end this show, and I appreciate all of you. Any final words, y'all?
Bye. Have a great time.
I like to say we all just ordinary people, just need to do something extra and be extraordinary. Be kind, be nice. Hey, start going out to your passions, y'all. Like create, as McPerk said, creators create. Go create some more new stuff so we can have more stuff to add to our talks and all that stuff.
Yeah, for real.
Appreciate it.
You see, he tried to chat on Twitter. Yeah, so it's so sad. But yeah, we appreciate y'all coming, and y'all have a good night.
Oh man, it feels good to be back. Another episode of the Inner Circle podcast once again.